Esquire. Let's go get him again.
Yo, whose hands is this?
Yeah, back to work, I love to tell you that. Oh, you sending shots, I gotta send them back in. We back in, I tell you just what happened. I grew up, started living life, that's when they started trapping.
You are now tuned into the motherfucking greatest
podcast, that is. That's right, WMITP Boys is back. This is season 2. Got a special episode for you guys today. And of course, I am your host, humble host that is, Big Morpheus, also known as Young Zordon. And I got some players with me here.
Hey, you got your boy Big Fitz in the building, aka Future Trunks, aka Big I, aka also known as the chairman. Let's get it.
Yo, you got Shane in the building. You can call me Swan.
You got the only host that matters, Young Esco, aka Young Prophet.
This thing coming out with violence, man, out of pocket. It's your boy Jeff, aka Hove, aka Hostradamus, the one and only. Let's get it.
It's your boy Jew Bass, never too far from home, from the X. Let's do it.
Alrighty, now let's get into some topics, man. Fellas, the time we have waited for has finally arrived. After some heavily anticipated debates over the internet on who's going to have a higher first week sales, finally we had Kanye West drop his Donda album on, what was that, last Sunday? And then we had, of course, the boy himself, Drizzy Drake, drop Certified Lover Boy this past Friday. And of course, the boys is here. We here to give y'all what y'all came for. That is the head-to-head, the one-on-one. Who got this round? Is it checks over stripes or is it Yeezy season all day? That's right, CLB versus Donda. I'm gonna start with you, my man, Sensei. I need your take. What do you think about the albums?
First listen, definitely loving them both. Kanye's definitely been on a church-inspired kick for quite some time, and I like the way that he blends that together real well. So I definitely like Donda, but I like them both for different reasons. So I think that's where I'm at. It's hard for me to really combine the two, but I mean, right now, in regards to replay value and what my heart is here for, I'm fucking with that CLB, man. I'm fucking with that CLB heavy.
So your verdict is CLB over. So you're basically saying checks over stripes.
Checks over stripes.
Okay.
Checks over stripes.
Okay. Partner to the right.
However, I do like my one pair of stripes. But checks over stripes. I got more Nikes.
Appreciate you, Sko.
Nah, I think the Donda album has better production.
Oh my god.
That's the album I listen to in the gym, but when it comes to like road trips, nah, CLB got it. CLB got, yo, if you can't pass road trips, you ain't got it. And I don't think Donda does it.
Yeah, what's like,
So
you just road trip. What's a nigga that just road trip like the last night?
We did not. By design.
Listen.
So for the listeners, we actually just took a 6-hour road trip to be here together, and CLB didn't come across the station once.
So dudes is cap. You know what I mean?
CLB
I'm glad
came across
we
my
been
Uber
able
ride to work. So.
Yo, honestly, what I appreciate though is that like dudes are showing their allegiances, and
Of course.
and obviously it looks like it's gonna be a clean sweep on this side of the table.
Wow.
It's Team CLB. Coming in here, nigga. You better know, nigga. Checks over stripes all fucking day, nigga. OVO, the 6 owls in here, all that, nigga. Whatever we need.
It ain't 6 hours, it's 3.
6 owls in here, nigga. 6 God, all that.
We're gonna name
Six
inside
guys,
the
nah.
nice inside the table.
Nah.
For the listeners, cut the grass around you. Because there's snakes everywhere. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm leaving
Listen,
that.
man.
Julio, let me get your thoughts.
Listen, hold on. Let me cook a little bit more. Cause look. At the end of the day, this is like one of them situations where
As he
you know,
slithers.
listen, if some shit go down with you and your bro, my bro right here, he know. You know, you're not gonna check him in public. We go back to the crib. I'm gonna let you know, like, yo, honestly, bro.
Oh, see, I spoke about
that
this.
wasn't
Not say anything?
That wasn't
Not say anything?
show me, bro.
I just say cut the grass. That could have been anything. You know what I mean? I'm all for dudes just making sure they got they landscaping right. You feel me?
I'm just saying. So like right now, especially what is it? It's been out for a day or two, nigga. I'm not saying nothing else but Team Drizzy.
But checks over stripes.
You could catch me a little bit later in this conversation. I can be a little bit more objective.
Oh, okay.
Damn, it's looking bad. It's looking bad.
It's gonna come in. It's gonna come in eventually.
It's looking like he spent
and
a
the
whole
truth
lot of
shall be
hours
told.
in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for no reason, bro. Like, I listen, like,
Four.
like he spent a whole training camp. He wasted the Falcons better be
Suns
saying
and
this
four,
nigga.
boy.
Like,
Suns and four.
nah, I'm definitely going with CLB, bro. Like, I think out of the whole 26, and that's the reason why I'm grading this album so poorly for him. You gonna put 26 songs on your album, and probably like 2 to 3 of it is probably hits or songs that people are really jacking, and it's not a good album. It's not a good album. So like, CLB is the album cap. I don't know if it's a road trip album because that's not really what I'll play on a road trip. But
Unless I'm with my girl.
yeah, you feel
I'm
me?
just
Like
saying it passes the road trip test.
it does on some songs. On some songs, Girls Like Girls is
Like what song?
the one I just said. Girls Like Girls.
That's one.
That's a banger.
What? Are you serious? The one with
That's a
Future?
banger.
No, I'm
Too
with-
sexy?
Bridal Path.
Come on.
Bridal
Come on.
Path.
Don't get me
Yo,
started
don't
with
do
Too
the
Sexy,
slow
man.
taste, so
Don't get me
sorry.
started with Too
He
Sexy.
said-
When my man Kawhi in the video, come on.
If I leave our first
it's
recording
time for you
podcast, how does that work?
So you want more songs?
Too sexy.
The very first song, Champagne Poetry. Come on.
Everybody's the intro. We already-
Oh, he always bodies
I
the
think that was gonna be
intro.
fire
He
before.
always
Race My
bodies
Mind
the
is my
intro.
favorite song.
Huh?
Race My Mind, my favorite song.
That's a, yo, and there's still songs I haven't even finished, so I'm not even gonna.
So you haven't even listened to the album.
But I know so
He's
far
so
it's better than what I've heard from Donda. Out of the 26 that I've heard, out of the 15 songs I heard on Donda, they was trash to me. Besides the 5-year shit, there was
besides your man shit.
besides my man shit.
Oh, okay.
Nah, the shit with the weekend.
No, it still is hot. The shit with the weekend is dope. But that's what I'm saying. It's like 3
They all
songs on
trash
there.
except for the one with
There's
Five.
3 songs. No,
Just
5-year-old, the weekend joint. It's
what else?
probably like.
What about the one with Jay Electronica?
It's fire. It's fire.
Okay. All right. What about the one with Jay-Z?
That was
Fire.
that was.
But they was just
I
all
said
trash
3.
5
I
seconds
said
ago.
3 to 4.
You said
3 to 4
one song was
songs.
good.
I said
You
3 to 4
Fabio-
songs.
You said
Yo,
Fabio's song was good.
Man's got amnesia, bro. Like, do not follow this man on this recording. He has amnesia. I said 3 to 4 songs out of the 26. You pass math. What if you did the math on that? What is that, Nick? What's the percentage of good songs on that album?
Yo, bro, don't bring me into this.
Can we talk about the fact that it's only the clean version out? Like, what the fuck is that about?
Wait,
It's
it's
only going to be. It's a gospel album, bro.
So you did that on
Wait,
purpose?
what? This is a gospel album?
This is not.
Oh, now you.
Oh, no, throw that shit in the trash.
Oh wow.
Like, is it a good gospel
Wait,
album?
sacrilege.
Wait a minute,
No, I think he's saying it's not a good album because it's not a good gospel album.
It's not.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna let
not-
these guys go because I feel like they team Kanye over here, so I don't want to steal none of their
Actually,
thunder. But
let me hear your thoughts
I
on
feel
this.
like-
because
It's
I-
not Team Kanye, it's anti-Drake. Okay.
My thoughts are gonna be straight, quick, and
oh yeah, that's anti-Drake right there.
At the end of the day,
This is already Drake.
Charlie's.
I
not
don't
like
listen
team
to Drake. I haven't attempted to listen to this album because I already know it's trash. It's off the rip. I felt the vibes when it came out that it was gonna be
Do
trash.
you know the definition of trash?
Yes, Drake.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And that last album.
Okay.
I'm not going that far.
Yo, bro.
Okay.
At the end of the day,
What?
yeah, you remember
We're not even being serious
anymore.
anymore. We're not even being serious anymore.
Yo, at the end of the day, man, I'm not
Yo,
gonna
he's
waste my
from a
time
different
listening to
generation,
that,
y'all.
bro.
Just in case y'all
It's
don't know.
Kanye all day, man. Certified Lover Boy is Luke. I know it's Luke.
Oh, so you haven't even listened
I
to
heard it through the
it?
grapevine. I heard what
You
you
heard
said.
it through the
You
grapevine.
didn't disqualify
through the
yourself,
grapevine.
man.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
You didn't even
Get out of
inspire
here.
me.
Get out of
Get
here.
out of here, bro.
Stop it. You had a whole
You-
road
you
trip.
listened to the whole album?
nothing.
That was probably a little bit
You
more
listen to all-
objectivity.
Your
because
over here,
your
Jack.
comments not
You listen to
valid.
all 26 of Kanye?
I did, man. I
You
took
did?
the time to sit there and listen to all 26.
Yeah,
man.
you
Name your
thoroughly-
favorite.
That's
you
how I
thoroughly
name your
enjoyed
favorite.
it?
That's how
You
engaged it
thoroughly
had.
enjoyed it?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Name your favorite.
Had to play it right back.
Hey, go ahead, Charlie. Hey, Charlie,
Hey,
stop
hey,
it.
hey,
Enough with the
hey,
suspense.
yo,
Go ahead.
listen.
Can I just get?
Go to
ahead.
sleep before I can hear it again.
On the record, I like Donda. I just like Sylvie.
I like that's fine. That's everybody.
I like
turns
that
to me.
though.
I'm not saying
We're
y'all
gonna get into
wrong.
that. We're gonna get into
I
that.
agree.
Everybody getting their first takes off. So
Breaking
go
that
ahead.
body down.
Go
Go
ahead.
At the end of the day, I'm not saying y'all wrong, but y'all wrong. Look, it's real simple. It's real simple. You know, CLB, it was a good album. I'm not saying it was trash like some people out here, you know, throwing out here these clearly opinionated takes. and I understand y'all are really, really northeast. You feel me? Like I'm talking about like close to the border. So I can understand why y'all leave.
Yeah, I got cousins in Toronto, nigga. Fuck out of here.
America, I understand all of that.
Fuck outta
But at
here.
the end of the day, in terms of just like the peak songs, right? I would say that yeah, CLB is a more cohesive body of work to me. All the songs are really good, but none of the songs to me really stood out. Whereas Donda, there's at least 5 or so songs that I know for a fact I'm going to have on repeat all summer, whatever's left of the summer, to the fall, to the winter. Like
5 out of 26.
and there's 21 songs on Drake's album that I plan on probably only playing back the intro, right? So it's once again, it's everybody.
The outro,
everybody-
nice too. You like the outro?
See, he said the intro.
All right, so listen.
Grand opening,
Listen,
grand closing.
Listen, Charlie, that's nice. That was a really cute little take right
Listen,
there.
that was the
But
objective
let's get down to brass tacks.
Let's do it.
Kanye, this
I got
was a
that one.
publicity move by Kanye.
Wow.
If anything that you could commend,
Wow.
yes, because he
Wow.
got us all to compare a gospel album to an actual hip hop album.
Genius.
So yes, as far as the marketing and
And the
when
fact
he
it's
did
even
there
close.
and playing on their little beef and
not
all that,
close.
like
What's close? Sales?
Have you seen the Apple?
I don't even
Apple
think
Music
so.
Like, you talking about sales? What are you talking about? So what's close?
I'm talking about the perception.
quality.
No.
Well,
Perception's
no,
not
no,
close.
quality.
Perception's not close.
Drake's
What are you
album
talking
dropped.
about?
Perception's
He was top 10 on every, like, he took the top 10.
Come on, like,
on
he's not
Apple
gonna be
Music.
anywhere
I'm not
close.
giving you that. I'm not giving you
I'm
that.
just saying, that's what I'm
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, on my second go around, I said I would be a little bit
Let's
more
be
objective.
honest.
Yeah,
You gonna keep it
I'm
above?
gonna be a little honest.
Yeah, I can do that too, Joe.
I was like, for all the hype that went into this, the whole Donda versus CLB thing, and the fact that, you know, Kanye dropped first, I felt like Drake had the advantage there. So the expectation was that Drake was gonna come in with the knockout punch, and I don't feel like CLB is a knockout punch.
It was Luke.
So if there's some criticism to be had there, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm coming out allegiances, it's CLB. Like he's coming out of this little dust up, whatever it is, he's coming out on top. But we're gonna like get down to like
You know
the
you
nitty
Chubb's
gritty.
little brother, bro.
Relax,
You heard
bro.
that.
So we get down to the nitty gritty of the projects. I have to say that like Donda is a very, very high quality project. Like it's
The production is high
it's not
quality.
just the production. I mean, Kanye reached into the bag as far as the features too. Like
He's not even a life of Pablo, but it's a life of Pablo
not-
of his time.
not-
too.
not-
It's
not-
not.
not
said
quite
one
to the
time, I
level
missed
of
the
old
drop.
Kanye. No, fuck that. Listen, not quite to the level. This reminded me, like some of the performances on this project reminded me of like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy when
so
he
it was
essentially
not-
set
Ooh,
Nicki's
yeah,
career
right.
off. Like if you think about the reception that Fabio's verse is
Yes.
getting right now.
Yo,
that
remember I said that? I was like, yo.
Even the baby and the just like the media storm surrounding his jail verse and it getting onto the project at the last minute. Like there's a lot of things and just as well as the experience in the show that he created at these football stadiums. Like this is the artist that is Kanye. Like
his
and
culture.
this is everything beyond the music. Like it's like a cultural impact that you cannot deny
So
that
what-
Donda has right now.
When is
But
it gonna be time to drink?
Charlie, where I feel like you and Nick have to accept is that no matter what, the music fans are still like, even though it may seem subjectively, they're still siding with Drake. Ultimately.
I expected that.
We knew that.
Did you?
Of course.
So then why are you ultimately like you can't say Kanye won?
Why
Kanye
not? It was never a public
Kanye
opinion
was succeeded about what he wanted to get as far as like getting a gospel project to be viewed on the level of the biggest project of the year.
I mean, I don't
That's
really-
why he attached himself to Drake. If you think about it,
I mean, I don't know what his, internal motivations were. Like, obviously at the end of the day, I'm assuming it has something to do with capitalism. But I don't care for any of that stuff. Like, I'm just objectively the quality of music, how it sounds to me, which one am I going to be playing more often? It is by
come on, but you
far-
have to take all that into it though. Like for Kanye,
In
this
terms
is
of like
a
gonna sell
deeply
more?
personal gospel album related to the death of his mother versus Drake,
And
who's basically like on a celebratory run because he just won Artist of the Decade. Like Drake doesn't.
You're explaining why
Drake
it's
doesn't
not
have to
racist.
do. No, I get it, bro.
Thank you for telling the truth. This is what we waited for.
relax,
Thank you.
relax,
Thank you
relax.
for coming to finally
No,
start
but
by.
like I said, at the end of the day, it's still Team Drizzy, it's still Team Six God.
I
Like,
get
at the end of the
that.
day-
Everybody as they can.
And on my way here, I re-listened to a couple of the tracks that people I felt like there was a little bit of buzz about, mainly the Bridal Path joint.
It's fire, bro. It's up there on the par of his 7 a.m.s and 6 a.m.s and Dallas and
when it comes to
7
time and
5 a.m. in
location, Drake is the
Toronto.
most.
Like it's up there. I didn't think so initially. Like, and that's what I'm saying.
Nah, we need to
Sometimes
re-listen
with
to
Drake
it, man.
projects, like you gotta let it grow on you.
It's a lot of petty.
You gotta let it
Yo,
grow on you.
Nick, I'm still waiting for you.
Hey Nick,
Listen, I don't
Nick,
think
you're
the songs
disqualified.
He hasn't
You are
mentioned the song
disqualified.
yet.
I heard
OG.
some of the songs,
Nah, nobody
What
wants to hear
song
that.
from
Don't
Donda
listen
are
to
you
Stevie
tracking?
Wonder.
Name the song
Don't
from
listen to
Donda.
Stevie Wonder.
Fellas, first of all,
DMX.
don't ever disrespect him.
All right.
Probably one of the greatest artists, if not the greatest artist of all time.
Yeah.
His catalog is
Go listen to James
R.
Brown
Kelly.
or whoever, bro.
R.
Whoever
Kelly's catalog.
It's not fucking with Stevie Wonder.
Whoa. Hey, yo, we got hold on.
Wait, that man is in
My man is currently on trial, bro.
This is crazy too. I don't know if y'all been tuned in to that. It sounds.
It's gotten outrageous.
Y'all gonna
It's
violate
looking-
kids,
nah, it's looking-
so I can't mention R. Kelly's
Nah,
catalog.
bro.
You jumped out the
Yo, it's
window.
looking bad right
You
now,
attacked
bro.
Stevie Wonder with R. Kelly.
Fans want to apologize. He's not media trained yet. We working on him. Pray for my guy.
Yo, y'all niggas is wild.
It's looking now. Listen, even me, bro. Like y'all know, maybe a couple months ago, I might have dropped that name, but in good faith, in good conscience, I cannot.
Hey, let's say back to CLB versus Donda. You can say that.
You know, man, I listened to some of the tracks, man, I just wasn't moved. I wasn't inspired. I didn't feel it. And I'm not a very big Drake fan, but I listened to some of his past projects.
We gotta
dropped
listen
it.
So you were never going to be
We
inspired.
gotta listen to a Drake hater,
Nick,
bro.
you were never
We gotta
going
listen
to be
to
inspired.
Bro, that's not
Like-
hating on Drake.
What type of
What
what type of hater is gonna walk into a
Drake hater?
He go, hey,
Where are the looks?
his review is, I was uninspired.
Came in here, nigga.
Yo, y'all,
This
like,
6 is on
first-
the wall right now, bro.
Let's move on. Let's move on. I just want to know one thing. Julio, what's the first quote you put on IG?
You said the first
The
quote?
first quote. He's been thinking about this
That's what
all
I'm
week.
saying. Even references the
when
fact
you-
that
listen,
he just delivered
when you
a bunch
compare
of quotes.
CLB
Yo.
He said that in one of his
And I'm
songs.
when you compare CLB to other
IG
Drake
is like-
projects,
No, but see, that's what you
makes
can't
you
do.
realize that
And that's
this
what
is
people
not-
is doing.
this is
People
not-
people say CLB
but
is
it's
weak
not
because
elite.
when you compare it to his other stuff, it's
it might
big.
that's it might
But
be
when you compare it to what just came out from,
That's the
it
problem.
ain't
But
big.
you said about
You
almost
can't
every
say that
artist.
because
I
both of
hate
those
that.
guys are mega stars.
Huh?
Both of those guys are mega stars,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
But so you're gonna be compared to your other work, right? So yes, I expect Drake to be held to this. Oh, sorry, I expect Drake to be held to the standard of, yo, what have you done for me lately, right? Or how does this compare to some of your best work? If this is arguably your worst project or top,
It's
three
not his worst project.
I'm
Definitely
just saying,
better than Scary Hours.
I'm not here to debate that. I'm just saying,
Like,
if it is being
Scorpions and all
perceived
that,
that way,
yeah,
then that's a
like-
loss to me.
Oh my god.
It's not a law, bro. That's
Oh
what I'm
my
saying. You
God.
can't
See,
say
this
that.
is what I'm saying. Like,
Russian to say some
It's
nasty
a law,
shit,
bro.
bro. How is it a loss?
No, you are a Drake
Charlie,
hater.
tell me, Charlie, show
You
me.
are a Drake hater, so you have no standing in
You
this.
can't tell me I'm hating on Drake. I like Drake.
No, you don't. You know the camera can see you. The camera can see you. That devious face you just made.
I'm glad it's here, man.
Bro, we have you on recording.
Like the man is a known Drake hater, and he goes, "I was uninspired by his music. He was never gonna be inspired by
Yo,
his
10,
music."
12
I wasn't
minutes
moved
ago,
by
you
this
admitted that you didn't even listen
Yeah,
to
hold
the
on,
project.
Clint.
You are
My man
disqualified.
Yeah, the man said, based on what you said, I know CLB's weak.
He said,
and then 10
he
minutes
said
later,
the street
I wasn't
said
moved.
it's trash.
The street said it was trash. Well, you heard it on the pass by, on the speakers. But I like that. But I like Drake. I like Drake. He's a good guy.
Come on, OG, we got your take on
Nick
Drake.
White, like some of
Drake
Drake songs or
songs.
not?
I like some of Drake's songs.
Nick, man, that
Listen,
shit
what
was
you
Drake
see
too.
on Donda, like to me, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I gotta give Kanye, like Kanye achieved what he was trying to do because ultimately he wanted to gain some of that spotlight that he wasn't getting, like in recent projects, probably since Life of Pablo.
That is true.
Like and going that gospel route, he knew he was gonna have to sacrifice a lot of that attention, but he found a clever way to honestly to gain a lot of that back, like. Attaching this to Drake, the live shows, to me, like it allowed you to see him showcase some of the best artists in the game right now at their peak, which is classic Kanye. But that's as a producer. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's why. But
You're
that's why I want you to
comparing-
admit though that
you
like
can't-
ultimately the fans are still siding with Drake because Drake is a rapper.
And that's
Drake
fine.
came on there
The
and
fans
rapped.
were always going to side with Drake.
Kanye
And I
came
said
on
that.
there.
But don't make it
made
seem
a-
like don't
a
make it seem like
collection
it's
of songs
cheap,
for you to
Charlie.
be like,
It's
yeah,
not
I'm
cheap.
tired of that.
Because you say
I'm tired of
ultimately,
that.
you said
Where's the
ultimately Kanye
music?
won.
No. I'm saying outside.
He said
of-
he's rapping in all of them,
outside
but he
of-
was rapping in some of them. What are you talking
Outside
about?
of
You gotta
Kanye.
listen to it. He's a rapper, bro. He is a rapper.
Outside of Kanye versus Drake.
I didn't say he's the
Yeah.
best
For
rapper.
Drake, if this is one of your worst projects, or at least it's being touted that way.
Who is saying that?
That's what the public perceives.
No, it's not the public
Listen, I gotta
perception.
throw Charlie some barrel. It is one of Drake's worst projects.
What?
Let's be real.
What?
Let's be real, bro.
And that's not a knock,
Let's
though.
be
Like,
real.
y'all have to understand the context of this.
Let's
Like,
be real.
I mean that in the context of you have
I'm
taken.
There's some Drake albums you don't even
I'll let
listen
it
to
go.
today.
I'll let it go.
What's up?
Oh, wait, what you gonna say?
I hate, I feel like this is something that Drake has been a victim of for so long.
Yes, his own
Us
greatness.
Consistently comparing, but why do we do that, right?
Because that's the
hold
standard
on.
you're held.
But he's in
Every
different
artist.
parts of his life.
The
So
greatest.
the motivation is different. The content's gonna be different. And that's just the reality of it, right? It's like when you're hungry, your content usually is better, right? That happens with every artist. They have some album that puts them over the top,
Jay-Z.
and then all of a sudden now we're trying to chase this quote unquote success of this last album, but he was in a different place at the album. But what I'm trying to say, the point is, I don't feel like people do the same thing for Kanye. Like it's like, oh, he's different now. He evolved. We use all these fancy terms for Kanye.
He's not. He's just making a production.
It's
So
compare Kanye
it's not about the lyrics anymore. It's
Y'all put
No,
y'all
it's
put
the sound.
production value over
Fuck
like
outta here.
overall composition of his
Literally
album.
compare
That's
Kanye
all y'all
to
do.
Kanye.
No, if you talk
That's
about
what I'm talking about.
composition,
No, not the way
But
they
that's what I'm talking about, though.
No,
but if we
they
talk about
compare.
composition, Donda is more well composed.
No, I said that. I agree with the production and composition, but everyone always looks at that. No one's talking about his trash ass lyrics. Like
Who's trash
his,
lyrics?
Kanye, his features I don't want to say in his albums. Are you dead ass right now? I'm not trashing them.
And the fact that we're leaning
I'm not,
to
but
that,
I'm not trashing
like,
them. All I'm saying is that
solidifies
Drake. I
Charlie's
mean,
No, Charlie
Kanye's
jumped
a
out by
rapper.
trashing CLB.
He didn't trash it.
Oh,
He did not.
like he said, it's 0 songs
He just
can be
loves
played.
Donda.
That is
He loves
that is
Donda.
that,
He loves Donda. That's what
0
he said.
replay songs. I can't take you serious.
I didn't say it was. I
Kanye's
said
not a
I'm gonna
rapper, though.
replay the intro, but I thought there were more standouts on Donda. But anyway, we gotta move.
Yeah, Donda's features. Kanye's not a rapper. That's all I'm trying to say.
That's perfectly
Drake's a
fine.
rapper.
So don't
Kanye's
compare
not.
a producer
You
to a
can't
rapper.
do that.
We-
Thank you.
no,
Don't
Six
compare
guy.
producer to a rapper.
You can't do that.
We're
That's
gonna
all.
agree to
That's
disagree,
what I'm
man.
saying.
Some
Came
people
in here with the OVO shirt on too. Y'all
Some
lucky
people
now.
here think it's
Luke.
Some people here think it's trash. You know, we're gonna have to just decide.
Charlie,
Let
we
people
get a
decide.
break.
To the next topic.
Next
We
topic.
just jump into this. Okay. So on the topic of I guess verses. We have now Fat Joe and Ja Rule has recently been announced.
Jeez.
The verses that is coming out. This is actually very. I'm
Versus
so
getting Luke again.
I'm so happy that this
You mean
particular
versus
verses.
The last one was fire.
This
I don't know.
for our pod, we have Queen standing on one side and we have the BX standing on another
Yeah,
side,
this is gonna be good.
and the BX standing on another side, and so. This is the perfect opportunity to see that battle in play.
Who
You
else
have
is
Fat
Queen?
Joe.
That's so unfair. Shut the fuck
You
up.
have Fat Joe.
Have you
who,
read
in my opinion,
Queens?
is
No,
not even
God,
top
no.
five.
Alright, yo, just say that shit right now.
What are you talking
Yo,
about?
Kev, clear up your name on the mic.
Clear
bro.
my name.
Yeah, clear your name.
No one's rapping like
We adopted
wait.
niggas.
No,
Niggas
this-
now.
yeah,
Niggas now officially.
Yo,
No,
there's-
Nick,
there's
that's
two
Fat
niggas-
Joe.
There's
Nick
two
fuck with
niggas
Fat
on the
Joe.
pod.
So Nick, you know where you riding with
Yeah.
on this verse.
OG, what's
He
up?
said I do.
OG, what's up?
He ain't one of them.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Did the Bronx niggas discuss this? Are we actually riding for Fat Joe?
I mean, if it's Fat Joe versus Ja Rule. Did the Bucks discuss it?
Ja Rule.
No, against Ja Rule, we gotta ride for Fat Joe. We gotta ride for Fat Joe versus Ja
We
Rule.
don't like this matchup. Come sit that screen.
Yo, OG about to drop a story. I bet you Fat Joe came through the rock real
He
quick.
did. He did.
Came out of the crib.
He was mad cool. He was mad nice, mad respectful. Took pictures with everybody. Ripped the fucking show. And yo, I think he's got bangers.
He got hits.
And because
I'm not disrespectful.
And because I haven't heard his bangers in a while,
When they drop.
when he started putting them up against what Ja Rule got, I think it's gonna be a lot closer than a lot of y'all think.
Oh, that didn't answer the
Ja
question.
Rule has
We
just
said I didn't
No,
politicize.
I'm keeping it stacked. I'm keeping it stacked.
You
Yo,
gonna win.
Fat Joe's gonna win.
Okay.
His performance is going to be better.
Exactly.
His songs is going to hit.
All of
Is
that.
it? And then on top of that, bro,
Yeah,
I'm
Ja
gonna
Rule
keep
look
it.
washed,
I'm gonna
man.
keep it a stack
Man,
with
you
you,
look
bro.
sick.
Every time I think Ja Rule,
He looks
I think about that
slightly
video
washed.
where he at the Bucks, he at the Bucks arena, or what is it?
He's like Milwaukee. Nobody said.
Look, man, Ja Rule got top 10 out of Queens, so we not hurt by that. Fat Joe, at least to some folks from the BX, some have even said he might be the best rapper.
Nobody
Whoa,
said that.
nobody
Said that.
said
Don't
that.
speak for the BX when the
Don't
BX
say,
is in
yeah,
the
he
room.
hit.
Do
No,
not
nobody
speak for the
said that.
BX
I
when
said
the
that.
BX is in the room.
Nobody
Yeah,
said
the
that.
cameras is on.
Nobody
we
said
had the
that.
argument about who's the
I'm
king
gonna
of the
look
BX as far as
I never said Fat Joe.
I
Who did
said
you
Big
say?
Pun.
I never said Fat Joe.
I said Big Pun.
I never said
I'm gonna be
Fat
honest.
Joe.
Yo, John, I love you, bro, but I do
Is
not
it
remember
on
that.
wax?
I ain't gonna hold you. Yes, it is. We got that.
You know this is recorded, right?
Nothing with Fat Joe.
So who you remember?
I'm trying to remember who I
Oh, so
mentioned.
now you're trying to remember.
I'm good.
So now you're trying to remember.
No, I mean, young niggas like TJ.
Now it's KRS.
No, TJ,
Best rapper to come
No,
out.
he started naming young niggas like, yo, this.
Nah,
Because the
nah,
argument,
Lil
I promise.
Look, the argument wasn't who was the king of New
The
York.
argument was,
Because
there was
I
a couple of
said
us that said Cardi's the hottest thing on the Bronx.
The hottest in the Bronx was the question.
And-
Who was the hottest artist in the
It was
Bronx?
Cardi
And
B.
Nick,
now.
he's being silent, but Nick was the one that brought that fact up.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, Nick initially pumped Fat
He
Joe.
pulled that
And
back.
y'all co-signed
No,
it.
I never
no.
co-signed
When I
that.
said hottest in the Bronx,
Look at
when I said hottest in the Bronx, I never mentioned Fat
It
Joe.
wasn't like that. It wasn't like that.
I think Nick mentioned Fat Joe in essence of like, yo, as far as his impact in the industry, like he brought out
not
various
top
artists,
five
he has
in
mad
your borough.
different hits, huh?
He's not top 5 in your borough.
Who's over him?
And
KRS,
one.
Slick Rick,
Slick Rick is from
A
Brooklyn.
Boogie with the hoodie,
Slick Rick is from Brooklyn.
Cardi B,
You put A Boogie with the
Jennifer
hoodie
Lopez,
over Fat Joe?
Jennifer
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
You're
Ah,
not.
you're done.
You're not.
This is a mega troll. This is a mega troll.
Fred the Godson,
You've
like
lost your-
he's
you've
not
lost
even
your mind.
he's not even the best out his group. Big Pun, better than- I skip Big Pun. I skip Remy Ma. Like what are we talking about? He's not even top 5 out of the group.
He brought Remy Ma.
That don't mean he's not better than. I mean she's not better than
Nah, he get credit for
Drake.
Stop.
Lil Wayne brought out Drake. Who's better?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
No, I'm not
Oh,
gonna say
okay.
Drake is
Oh,
better
okay.
than Lil Wayne. They both goats.
Come on, now this.
They both in the
Now
goats here.
this.
You can't
You
really.
politicking, bro. Who's
How?
better?
Yo, if there's a top
You
5 and there's
politicking.
4 spots and there's 1 spot left, who get the 5th spot?
It is a top
Drake or
five.
Wayne?
If it's a
I'm sure Drake is already in the four.
No, I'm saying there's
I'm going
4 other
Wayne.
niggas. And there's a 5th spot.
Like, what you doing? Like,
Wayne is
trying to
in
catch me?
Wayne's spot is
Yeah, Wayne is
for everyone.
Huh?
Wayne is a rap
four.
god.
Let's say it's whatever the 4 is, but it's Drake and Wayne is still on the board. Who you putting in that 5th spot?
It's Wayne.
If I have to choose, don't let me do that.
Yeah.
Who are you picking?
That's
Who
choosing.
are
You don't even feel
picking?
like LeBron and Kobe.
I don't want to hear that.
It is
I
really
don't
more
want
spot.
it. It's Kareem.
Yo, we talk about Fat Joe and Ja Rule right now. We need some time.
That boy is slippery, ain't he? Exactly. He's slippery, ain't he?
That's the D-Way Europe.
Oh my
That's
god.
like saying, yo, the NBA's not letting no more niggas in. It's either Kobe or LeBron. That's literally what you just asked me.
It's gonna be Kobe.
Like I'm not even hesitating. What you talking about?
It's gonna be Kobe.
Is it?
10 toes down.
Unfortunately, it's gonna be Kobe.
Y'all niggas done lost your damn mind.
Is it a
Wait,
Hall of
it's gonna be
Fame
Kobe,
if
bro.
LeBron's
Why?
not in it?
He already not in it.
It's fake.
And it exists right now. There's a whole bunch of niggas and they're comfortable.
Yo, that's
You know
fake.
LeBron's about to have 5
That's
very
fake,
soon.
bro.
How many rings LeBron got?
He's about to have 5.
How many he got now?
He's
Is he?
about to have.
Hey, I'm glad
Oh,
we
you
got
gonna
this
say,
on wax.
is he?
Hey, Charlie, I'm
On
glad we
wax.
got this on wax.
No.
50?
Nigga, you added the whole NBA to your
We got
team.
it, right?
Like, you better
Nah, I
get
just
it.
want to know we got it, right?
And that's my pick to win it, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
throw the banner up now, right?
No, but you made lose still. So,
I feel
don't, you,
LA, baby.
fuck off.
Late show.
You got 4?
The only show.
To Miami.
LeBron got 4.
LeBron got 4.
LeBron got 4.
But yeah, can we go around
How
real
many?
quick? You said you got Fat Joe beat.
Yo, I got Fat Joe beat.
What's the score?
I'm gonna go.
The score?
It's 20 tracks.
Like,
Yeah,
you're
12-8.
not gonna
They
have
still
20
score.
tracks.
It's 12-8. 12-8.
This
man.
is-
Wait,
This was
they
that.
still score or they just go for
This
the
was
crowd
They're not,
impact?
they're definitely not gonna have 20 tracks between like each other.
Oh no,
It's
they
not
will.
20
They will.
tracks.
They will because
still
literally,
gonna
yo,
call
Fat
it
Joe
in.
has features.
You know what the
Ja
funny
Rule
thing
has-
about Ja Rule?
I'm telling you already.
Yo, a couple of Ja Rule
He's got
songs
it.
was played in the last verses. So he gonna be tight when New York get dropped And when Ashanti played a couple of his shit, nigga like, yo, we tired of these.
Literally my song.
This shit stuff. He's back up like, yo,
They both gonna
that's
play
me.
New York.
They both gonna be
Who gonna get to it first?
But it's literally my song. If I'm Ja Rule, like, damn, you can't play my
No,
song.
Fat Joe won't do that. Yeah, Fat Joe, he gonna let him have it.
Because I think he struggles to get to 20.
He gonna let him have it.
I think he struggles. I think
No,
Fat
you're
Joe.
wrong.
I think so.
Because of features, you're wrong.
Oh,
You forget some of the songs that Fat Joe
He's not gonna struggle.
No, Fitz just made a really good point.
He's not gonna struggle at all.
Y'all keep going. I'm gonna come.
You said 12-8?
12-8. Trust me.
Fat Joe?
Once he starts,
Can we bet on this?
brother, I would play.
Yeah,
If you
let's
want
go.
to,
Let's
let's
do a pod bet. Like the losers do
But
something.
there's no objective way unless
Once we get off camera and I show you this video outside,
right. That was clear.
because when you start hearing the tracks go down, you're gonna be like,
Yeah, Kevin's 85, bro. 85.
Score, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Ja Rule, man.
Ja Rule.
It's gonna be Ja Rule.
I mean,
What's the
he's
score?
making a good point. I need time to think about
It
this.
says go.
He gonna edge it or he gonna win comfortably or he gonna smoke?
I think it's gonna be an edge.
Edge like 11-9.
It's gonna be very up in the air. Yeah, 'cause I feel like they both gonna have the same kind of play value. Oh, that's my shit. I haven't heard that in a minute.
bro,
But then it's like
this shit is about to be sad. Bro.
It's 20 tracks.
you would hope.
He about to go get it.
14-6. Ja Rule.
Jesus.
Ja Rule. 14-6.
Queen stand up.
Nigga, you can't name 14 Ja Rule.
Don't get to 14.
I hate this nigga rap, son.
No, explain yourself.
No. We going
Damn,
around the
hold
don't
on.
let.
No,
Let's
think
go,
about
let's
it.
go,
Not
let's
think
go.
about it,
Your
it might be-
score.
it might be-
14-6.
performance.
Like, you just threw out a number.
Your score.
Listen,
We're not talking about your height.
The performance.
Listen,
Like-
Charlie, let me ask you this.
Your score. Who you got?
Fair enough. Let me ask you this. Is it going to be a live performance similar to the?
That's kind of where I was at. If it's a live performance, I'm pulling my vote back.
Okay,
I think they're all gonna be live performances.
Yeah.
I'm pulling my vote back.
You can go. Yeah, go
I'm pulling my vote back. If it's a live performance
Fat Joe.
and that's gonna play a factor like you did with the Dipset Jadakiss shit, I'm definitely going with Fat Joe, 100%.
Okay, so let me
Score.
Score, it's still gonna be an edge. Probably gonna be like 12-8.
I'm going 11-9 Fat Joe. If it's a live performance, like I said, Ja looks a little washed. He sounds a little.
He's super
slow.
washed.
He sounds a little slow.
Listen.
That raspy voice
Listen,
gonna
and
give out
the
like
new age kids is just not really fucking with him. And if you think
That's
about
true.
it, Fat Joe has still every here and there been dropping tracks. Still, like even in recent years,
People listen to that?
he's getting on Khaled tracks. That's what I'm saying. You guys are
And now that
underestimating
people
what.
listening, he sounds relevant to people's ears still.
Yeah,
So
and
when
even
they
if he's,
hear
if
it,
he's on a track that
Yeah.
people are familiar with, it's gonna resonate more.
They just said he's-
Ja Rule's career ended in 2003
When 50
Yeah.
ended this nigga. So you're talking about whatever he's gonna play.
It's gonna be from.
It's from 2003 and before.
But those tracks are fire.
Some
Yo,
of them are.
you ready for this?
Yo,
Some of them are. And he got he got an R. Kelly's track on there too. We're not gonna get into it, but
He can't
he
play
probably
With
can't
Jay,
play
I
that.
think it was.
Yeah, with Ashanti and he probably can't even play that.
Ashanti
right
played
now.
half his tracks.
Man, if he
Because-
really bout it, he gonna
Bro,
do it.
I see
If
niggas.
he wanna win,
Niggas is trying to
he
kill
gonna-
Drake right now
Who you
for
got?
sampling a track that R. Kelly wrote.
Wait,
That's
no,
something
I
I
didn't
seen
know
on Twitter.
Oh,
I
yeah,
seen
I
on
saw
Twitter
that.
today.
What track?
Niggas are trying to kill Drake because he sampled a track that R. Kelly wrote for NSYNC, and they're like,
Yes.
this is where we are. But like cancel culture, we got an episode on that. Check it out.
You know where I stand on that.
Facts. Facts. It's
Yo,
ridiculous.
it's
But that's what I'm saying.
crazy.
So what's his name? He probably can't even play that. So we're talking about including features, songs that are like relevant. I'm just telling you right now, like
Bro, when you hear
Fat Joe is
him
on tracks, bro.
Dude,
Think about the Cali connection, bro.
Yo,
and you hear that shit
That
come on
alone right there.
Madison
So,
Square
I'm gonna go
Garden.
11-9 out of respect, just because to me, Ja has the more classic bangers. You can't even deny that. Some of the shit that Ja's gonna play is gonna resonate with 2 to 3 generations.
3 songs.
Can I ask a real quick
Yo.
question?
It's only 3 songs.
So,
3 songs.
real quick, you think off of the back of what just happened to Dipset, you think any performer, not even just y'all,
Is gonna come
is
into
gonna
the
come in there not prepared?
But
Okay.
No, it's not about not being prepared. You can be prepared, but I
You
don't
still
know.
think Fat
I
Joe's
don't.
gonna-
Yeah, to me, Fat Joe has more room. He has more wiggle room. Like
I can respect that.
he has more shit.
Kinda like that
He
song,
can,
you
he
don't
can
gotta
do
be
the
scared
girl
to get your
tracks.
ass whooped.
He
Like,
had.
But you can still get
Like,
your
to
ass
me-
Pull up, yeah. You can still get your
What does Ja Rule have to match like Lean Back?
Are you
Like,
dead
and
ass?
if he plays that in New York,
Are
you're
you
saying,
dead
"Are you dead ass?" But
No, are
that's
you
a
dead
classic New York track, bro. All of the biggest Ja Rule tracks
Oh, it's gonna be-
are unisex tracks. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
When you
and those
pull up
are-
with
Yo,
Terry
No,
Squad,
they're not gonna hit the. That's why Locke showed you that. Locke showed
Hold
you
on.
that, like when you're in New York
Ja Rule
and the
has-
gangsters is out, nigga. Yeah,
Ja Rule has
no, the
those
real
too,
nigga
though.
shit is what rocks.
That's
If
what-
Ja Rule is
Real
smart,
nigga
he
shit
better
is what
hope
rocks.
this show,
Plain
this
and
shit is not
simple.
being shot in New
Ja Rule
York.
has that too, though.
No, Ja Rule has that in his verse now.
He has, but it don't hit the
But
same
you
way
ain't gonna
because
hear that.
niggas gonna be
Yeah.
thinking about Jeffrey Atkins.
Jeffrey Atkins.
Niggas gonna be thinking about, yo, 50 ended
Exactly.
you, bro.
And-
50 ended you 17 years ago.
And that's pretty much where I was going with it. Like, yo, the fact that everybody, when you mention Ja Rule,
You don't have clout in his own
the
hometown.
first thing they're thinking about is what 50 did to him. Now he got to make his way back from
He's
that.
from Jersey.
So
What about the Fat Joe snitching allegation?
Wait, it wasn't his whole
Is it
thing.
gonna go-
that's not gonna hit him as hard unless Ja Rule got some freestyle bars that he could use and pull that into the battle and violate Fat Joe with that. That's not gonna hit in the battle.
that trump card's over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't.
Fat Joe might even bring out 50. 50 might be in the stands. Then
No, if he brings out 50,
First
it's
of all,
it's gonna be
They
bad.
all had beef for 50.
But Fat Joe squashed it.
Yeah, Fat Joe,
They
they fuck
cool.
around and bring him out.
So what's
Two, the fact that, like I just said, a lot of Ja Rule songs
Y'all
have
know-
been
y'all know
played
50
in the last few verses. Like, from the last one to Ashanti's.
But that's why I made the argument with Ashanti shit. Like, she
Oh,
had
wow.
right playing that song.
Oh,
like, that's
wow.
not her.
We're not here to
It's
discuss
Ja Rule
Ashanti,
featuring
bro.
her. She's
We ain't
trash.
here to
She's a
discuss
cool one.
Ashanti.
Fuck everybody else.
We
That's all I'm
talking
gonna
about
say.
Ja Rule songs that he's about to play that it would have hit if, you know, it was fresh in people's ears. But niggas know what to expect when Ja Rule comes on the scene now.
Do they?
Yes.
For the most part.
For the most part, you know where he's gonna look for his W's, and if he don't get it there, I'll predict it
What,
what.
long night?
So it's 20 songs you said. I'll go like 15-5.
Yeah, if you don't get to
Like,
a spot,
if-
if you don't get to a spot,
Yo, if he don't get those W's that he's looking for, like if he ain't, because you know how a lot of times in verses it's all about timing. You play your best song against my best song, it's over for you. Like Dipset played Ballin', and the last 2 hours, I forgot what it was, and it was like, nah, Ballin' ain't it right
If
now.
Fat Joe
Like,
coming on
if
his
that
verse,
happens to
he
you,
could really flex it.
he
and
could
go
flex
versus
him, and
second.
it would be like-
you know what I mean? He could really wash
to
it.
watch him. And Nick knows, I'm sure Nick done heard a lot of songs at his shows. He knows what's coming.
goes 50 in the first 10 is gonna be critical.
because you get sitting there, I'm
Critical.
sitting there,
Big
you
Pun
start
gonna have
playing
to
shit,
save
I'm
him.
like,
That's all I gotta say. Big Pun gonna have to come down and save him, cause
he might
Yeah,
holler
right.
out.
Let's hear what QB has to say.
come on. First off, you know what time it is. 20 zip. Ja Rule.
20! Shut the
Ja Rule,
fuck up!
please stand
Yo,
up. He
pack
really
this
about
nigga
to
up.
Yo, your man
Pack
bodied
this nigga up,
it.
bro.
Your
First
man
off, I had
physically
to-
bodied it.
First off, I had to sit here.
Civil War,
I had to sit here
black
and
on
listen
black.
to a whole bunch of people lie to my face about CLB versus Donda, the whole Drake cheering squad over here. So no, I'm gonna ride for Queens. Ja Rule, 20 zip, get him out of here. He not even top 5 in his own borough. Next.
Outrageous.
I still
Okay.
fuck with him.
Outrageous.
Outrageous.
All right. So speaking of outrageous, man, this is actually sad news to me. Going into the NBA now, this is the first family of the NBA. You know what I mean? The Currys, Steph.
Damn, we doing this?
We got to, man.
We do?
Because it leads right into our next thing. You feel me?
Yo, who is it that dropped
We got
who is
you.
it that dropped the Love and Basketball
The
beat for this one?
offended.
That was Nick?
The light-skinned coalition objects.
I bet they
Yo, about to have that cover.
They try to protect their image. They try to protect their self-image.
The light-skinned coalition objects.
Y'all gonna get this work.
Yo, y'all haven't looked this bad in a long time.
I haven't
bro.
looked this back since CLB
In a long
versus Donda. But so back to what I was saying.
We're not tolerating any
Propaganda over here, bro.
We're not tolerating slander.
You get somebody to lead Mike, you just start wilding.
Yo.
I'm
Envy.
gonna do better. I apologize.
Alright, yeah, reel it in, Envy.
Curry's though. So, you know, if you haven't heard, unfortunately, Steph, and my guy Steph, don't leave him out.
Yeah.
Their parents are now breaking up. Divorce papers was finalized. I don't know when, but this apparently
It's
like
official.
yeah, this apparently.
Can I ask why you sound so sad?
I got two.
We don't know. Yeah. Who fucking cares? I don't know them.
Bro, first of all,
Yo,
Kev,
Kev,
don't do that to black folks. Don't do that to black folks.
Yo, what the
Man,
fuck?
Look, it's Beyonce and Jay-Z. You feel me? It's I guess you could go
Charlie.
Cardi, Offset. And it's the Currys,
I'm trying to say,
the
I can see the Turner.
the Currys.
And the Currys.
You forgot the Wades. You forgot the James. Come on, man. You right for James?
All about the Wades, though.
Wow,
No, where is the Wade hate coming
It's
from?
not hate. You remember that? You think y'all told me?
He ain't with the Wades now.
Okay, but look, it ain't LeBron and Savannah. You got my drift.
So,
Okay,
Will and
it's
Jada
not
still alive. They light skin, right?
No, that was bad.
Who?
Oh, yeah, it was not.
That was bad.
Who you said?
So Will and Jada light skin. They still.
Oh,
still
no. That actually might get referenced.
We're not talking
We
about.
might bring that in later, so hold that one.
My heart hurt.
We talking about unions. We're not talking about.
Yeah, entanglements. Entanglements.
There was allegations of infidelity, and what's really telling to me, if you kind of read into this, which I did, it looks like apparently Steph has taken sides, and is siding with his mom. So I mean, that kind of tells me what's been going. Oh,
He's siding
I'm
with
not commenting on that.
Stuff's some mamas, boy.
Yo, Dad told you how to shoot.
We could always decide.
You took my jeans and you gonna front on me like this?
Well, what if he was being faithful?
And what if you way better than your pops? Like let's talk about that.
You let me know who you are. They're like, oh, if that played in the NBA too?
You could get one.
Talk about that.
Let's be honest though.
I could choose whatever side I want to be on.
It's new information when a kid finds out that Steph's father was in the NBA. Like, oh shit, his dad too? Like, no, I actually know.
It's Thanksgiving dinner.
Stop it, man.
Wait, but my thing is, I'm not sure.
These kids out here don't know even books, bro. They're like, what's that?
No.
Why? Why I gotta read that?
And they'll use the internet.
I can look it up on my phone.
Yeah.
That's the error way.
My thing is, what I heard, I don't know if it's true, is that she said he was cheating while he was in the NBA.
Well, of course.
Bro, that's typical.
That's not the surprising
Wait, so we're just gonna excuse
No,
it?
we were assuming the 20 years since the NBA was a happy marriage.
Yeah, I was assuming once he left the league that you guys was patching things up. I didn't always see him at the games with her. I was like, you know what? Y'all working on
Mom was
things.
about to die.
Then it started to get better, and then you gonna violate and be like, you know what? You was violating these years.
Nah, you know what?
I'm messing with this
He probably
dude now.
started getting
I heard she
back
moved
active
in with the dude. Like, come on.
That cuts deep. That's the father's
Look, Tariq's
That's
right.
a-
As a family, they did become one of like the, I would say, at least as media-wise, one of the first families of America. Honestly,
Of America.
Honestly,
Of
if
the
you think
NBA.
about it.
No.
America?
Black culture.
America.
Black culture.
Morocco Michelle?
Black
Are you
culture.
saying that's right now?
They
Why?
know.
What?
I just thought she was high. As a whole family, listen, and she, that's surprising. I wanted to say that. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get that.
I want to talk about that.
But like that, yeah, Steph Curry's mom is
Yo, like
absolutely
my man Dell, what are you doing? Whatever she's with, I'm with it. But I need to be attached to you for the rest of my life. They don't age like they don't age the way you do.
What do you listen?
They don't age the way you do.
He's probably for the first time in a while since he was in the league. He's got young joints that know him now, that recognize him.
Yeah.
Dell is what I'm talking about.
I know.
he said
Yeah, exactly.
You're
That's the
missing
whole
my
family.
point. I would do whatever it takes to make sure that I'm still with her.
Even though you got bad 22 and 23-year-olds, 25,
Yes,
28-year-olds.
because they don't age the way she does. Have you seen them?
No, listen, I agree with you.
I mean,
we have a different set of principles.
I don't know.
There's a lot of niggas out
It
there.
ain't no life.
The way
There's a lot of niggas out there that would just play
I'm a
the rinse
visionary.
and repeat game.
I'm a visionary.
Okay.
I don't look at what's in front of me and
Yeah,
put all my
but-
chips in. I look
but
at
that
what's gonna
But
look like.
he's been with
long
that.
term.
He's been with that for 20 plus years.
30.
No,
He said.
I would work out some agreement. You fuck who you wanna fuck.
Nah.
I do what I want.
So you going to
Alright.
tangle?
But that's a great transition.
I want to come home to you every night. I know what you look like.
You
You
set up an
think-
entanglement.
Yeah, I'll set up something exactly. I'm not letting this go. I'm not doing that on the sea.
Before you came. We not doing that.
No, but what
We
happens
never-
when the missus is just absolutely not with it? And now you got caught red-handed in a threesome.
Bro, this is what you signed up for.
Wait, is that what?
You know what time it was when you
Probably,
became an
bro.
NBA wife?
Listen, man, like when we talking about like you
That's
one
not
of
true,
the
bro.
Currys and you breaking
That's
the
not
family
true,
up.
bro.
She knew the mom had to know what the implications of this was. Like
I disagree. Not if-
absolutely.
not if you're telling me otherwise.
The media attention that would come to their sons, like
you're talking about the breakup.
Yeah, their
And he was
breakup.
already
So
in the NBA
to me, this
before.
is not just normal infidelity. Like Dell was out there doing work. Yeah, he was wilding, bro. Like.
Honestly, whether he was
He
wilding
probably
or
on some
not,
Carmelo shit. He probably got a kid out there. Probably
Yo,
probably
whether
got
he was wilding or not,
seeds.
Steph was going to choose his son.
Yeah,
Another Curry.
watch out, yo. Watch out.
Yo, Knicks, we got due diligence, man. Don't wait on this one.
Don't pass on it.
Messed up the last one, though. Alright.
Nah, but even if he was wilding, even if he wasn't wild, I think Steph would have went with his mom's, man, because it's just the optics of the
Not
situation.
necessarily.
Bro,
yeah,
bro,
about that.
Brother.
He was
Bro,
going
his
with-
dad is part of the NBA fraternity.
Yeah, and he knows his pop's gonna be good. He gotta ride with his mom.
You don't
She
got
comes
to.
to all of
They're
his
both
games.
very well off. Like, that, I don't think that's the issue here.
No, bro, there's no way that he.
There's a reason why the like they both put narratives out there, the mom and the pops,
Yeah.
and there was a reason why hers about his says he's been cheating since he was in the league.
Forever.
Yeah, he's been
Wait,
cheating.
she said
for
since
30
or wow?
Since.
Oh, so he ain't
and
stopped.
it never
Wait,
stopped.
wait.
That's what she
And she
said.
just
So she
can't hold
stayed with
it.
him
And
for
she
the
can't
entire
hold it.
time.
Which takes
Fuck
us
outta
to
here.
So she not allowed to have a breaking point, Kev?
She should have been at that breaking point. If
we gotta
How you gonna
transition.
tell somebody?
We gotta transition.
How you gonna tell somebody what their breaking point is? Kev?
all of a sudden, it's now. He's
He's there
20
breaking
years.
it.
No.
Dead ass.
I gotta agree with Kev.
Niggas like, yo, if you
I
stay
really,
with me,
if you stay with me
now
for the first
we
round
locked
of the year,
in. Like,
the first 5, 10 years,
ain't no readings.
I'm
then what
glad,
the fuck is we talking about here?
I'm glad you
Talking about life.
I'm glad you bring that up, Nick, because I want to introduce a discussion for today that we're going to talk about.
Let's get into it.
And I want to reference Showtime's the series The Chi. I'm going to give a little background. So for those who haven't watched The Chi, we got two people, a couple, Emmett and Tiff. And for those who know, Emmett, was out here doing his dirt, doing regular nigga shit, and then eventually got caught up. But at one point he put all those things away and decided to propose to Tiff, right? And long story short is later on in their marriage, we found out that Emmett once again had some infidelity that occurred in the past, and he came clean about it. But then the response from Tiff was, you know what? I'm tired of this back and forth. I'm tired of this. You cheating on me. Let's just be open, right? You obviously have not an issue, but you obviously want to fuck other people. Just fuck it. Hey,
Sign me up.
plot twist. I want to fuck niggas too. So she introduced the open relationship.
Cut that, by the way.
We ain't cutting shit.
No, I'm just saying the way he said it. It just could have.
No, look,
I think he.
I don't want to look.
I definitely pause for
I'm glad that you brought that up.
It definitely could have been paused. Like,
I'm glad that you brought that up out of there because, obviously if you're listening, you're not seeing me, you'll know, you take that out of context. But I don't give a fuck. Look, I'm married to a beautiful wife, right? The ring is heavy. You feel me?
I love it.
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with my
So that black love
sexuality.
shit.
I'm comfortable with my sexuality. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Anyway, so Tiff brings up the idea of an open relationship, and long story short is it works. They proceed, right? And then at some point in time, Emmett is not feeling what Tiff is doing, right? She got this dude that she's fucking on the regular, she hanging out with him, blah blah blah. So then he eventually comes back and nah, fuck that, I want to close it up. And it's like, whoa, but you had the same green light to fuck whoever you wanted to, and it looks like he didn't take the opportunity to do so. Or he tried it and it didn't work out for
Yeah,
him.
he tried it. He
tried
tried to
it.
catch the nag.
Right. And it just seemed he was bored as fuck.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my question, when it comes to the open relationship,
Sneak around, but.
hey,
what's Tiff wilding?
glad you
I'm
said
gonna go with
that.
you,
I
Sam.
have to.
Yeah, man. This is a resounding hell yes. She was wilding. And
How she was wilding?
she's wilding because at least in listen, I've never been in an open marriage. I don't plan on ever being in an open marriage.
Open
Open relationship is different. Like, you open relationship.
Never.
That's something we'll talk about later.
But my understanding of this premise is that we are in love, right? You and your significant other,
Yeah.
and that we just seek, some extra this relationship, carnal pleasure, which is cool. But what Tiff did was not that. What Tiff did was ultimately go with a dude that, let's just be real, she loved this guy. In fact, I don't know if I'm
She
stepping
was
on
falling in
anything.
love with him at least.
Right, but later on, she basically comes up to this dude and is just like, yo, like, what's up with like me and you? And he has his response. But for me, if it's just sex and you guys agree to just sex, then okay, cool, y'all two consenting adults, y'all do what y'all want to do. But when it's something more than that, and I know, yeah, of course, you're gonna blur the lines because that's how sex works. Is generally speaking, it's intimate, but for her, it was very deliberate. Like she had feelings for someone else. It was there prior to this decision or conversation even happening, and then she went out and acted on that. So to me, that's more infidelity than, you know, hey, we both agreed to be able to go see other people physically.
Is it more infidelity than what he was doing previously though? Like he was fucking co-workers, like
It's infidelity. But once again, right, he got right back. You know what I mean? Like ultimately at the end of the day, he loved her, and when he made his mind up to marry her, he couldn't even fix his brain to go back to that. You know what I mean? So that kind of showed me that, you know, at least when you really do, at least for these two, when y'all really do love someone, that's not even something you really are seeking anymore. So that's just how I felt watching that interaction between the two of them. Whereas with her, it just seemed like, no, I love two people, and I'm saying this is an
I don't think that's
fair.
fair. I think it's interesting that as men, like we typically look at it from the perspective of like what's the male's experience in the situation. But if you think about it, like if the situation went reversed, if you as a man got cheated on, and now you know you're in a marriage and your spouse didn't tell you what happened, and now they're telling you now after you've been married for a few months, like, hey, right before we got married, you know, I was fucking like 3 people. Like, if let's say you're angry about it and you go out and cheat, are you going to cheat in a way that's deemed appropriate by your spouse, or are you going to cheat to the level of which you felt like you were slighted as well?
You're asking me to answer that?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been in that situation.
No, but I'm saying that's why I feel like as far as like offering balance to the conversation, you have to be able to look at it from that perspective. That's why to me I don't necessarily yes, OG.
But it happened before the marriage.
I do not. It happened before the marriage, but it was just as devious. So, like, who are you to tell me that what I'm doing now is so wrong compared to you?
But he never violated the marriage.
But you violated the relationship.
But then you chose to get married.
No, and this is why niggas try to flip the whole marriage shit and make it like, oh, you know, we're married now, so
yeah. What else do you chose to let that go?
Hold on.
You chose to let that go.
Hold on, Jeff. Let me ask you this.
chose to let that
get this
go.
off then. Because have you watched the show?
Yes.
Okay, because no, I want to make a point because some would say that yo, she cheated well before Emmett cheated because she had been feeling this dude. She was basically flirting with this nigga.
And it was the original cheater. If you think about if you look at their relationship arc,
she was emotionally.
Emmett's the original. If you're gonna date it back,
bro, what I'm telling you is she was giving this dude play from the first scene. You saw who had next. It was only a matter of time before this dude got the draws.
What does that matter when Emmett look at Emmett and Keisha's relationship? Like he has this deep emotional connection with one of his exes while he's married.
What I'm telling you is this, and this is what I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying. As men, we choose to block certain things.
So you don't think
it doesn't come off?
So hold on, so bro,
it's
it comes off. It might happen.
This is who we're gonna end up with. If we're really being honest,
yeah, I think we're gonna end up with.
If I put my show ender goggles on, he's probably gonna end up with Keisha.
Yeah,
like let's be real.
You're showing
that's that. Yes, I got those.
You're showing. We're coming out soon.
Yo, that's coming out soon.
Point I wanted to get to
what's the website still? I forgot.
is you don't think Emmett could sense that something emotionally was off with his girl? Maybe she was more emotionally
To me,
distant.
Emmett loses all right for any moral high ground. Like, so that's why to me it's like, yo, as a nigga, if you gonna cheat, keep it, don't get caught.
Pre-marriage,
once you get caught,
okay.
it's over.
But pre-marriage,
I want to talk about that because we keep splitting it up. So that I have a question right here. Does marriage play a role in your decision tree regarding open relationships?
That's nonsense.
I keep hearing, oh, they got married now. You're saying that was before. So yeah, Kev.
Wait, you say does marriage play a what?
Does marriage play a part when it comes to your view on open relationships?
Yes.
Or
talking about this.
No, it's like no regardless.
Or infringements on a relationship. Like, is it worse to cheat when you're in the right before marriage or like during marriage?
No, if you cheat on when you're after you get married, then that is way.
Well, that's
crazy.
OD.
That's a violation.
That's way worse.
Yes.
Even though
Yes.
someone might have cheated on you before you got married and they didn't tell you.
Too late.
Too late.
No, that's your time.
That's your time.
Can't get your
know,
lick back.
if you had known, you wouldn't have married them. But they specifically did say nothing, and now you're in a marriage, and they tell you the truth.
No,
That,
And now
you
what-
cheated on me. They
Yeah,
cheated on
they
me.
cheated
like,
on you right before.
Yes.
So did you
Too
cheat on
late,
me
Wheeler.
before we stood
I mean,
before God
every-
and
You
came
signed
together?
up. You
Yo,
sold,
so
you
that's
can't-
what I'm
you
saying.
can't get your lick back.
You treated marriage as like some sort of like, yo,
Yeah, base.
Yeah, like this
Yo,
deadline.
listen.
Yo, you missed the deadline. You missed the submission deadline. We cannot approve.
Listen,
we cannot approve this cheating. Like,
Nick, how do you
you
feel?
cannot approve this cheating.
So what the question is? Let me phrase
Does
it.
marriage play a role in your view at all when it comes to open relationships?
Yeah, because I mean, if I was just gonna be out here fucking random bitches, we could have stayed boyfriend and girlfriend. Women.
so it's okay. So it's okay when your boyfriend and girlfriend
Boyfriend and girlfriend, you wanna bring up the fact of an open relationship? Cool, that's fine. At the end of the day, once we get married and I lock it down, I put this ring on it.
So are you getting to marriage? So are you getting to marriage with someone that you're in an open relationship with anyway?
No.
Exactly.
You're talking
No, this-
you're talking past yourself.
I'm not talking past myself. If you want to be in an open relationship,
You gotta know this relationship gotta count. This relationship gotta count.
Yeah. We're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend probably for forever. I don't think I'm moving off a relationship like this. And then on top of that, I don't have to worry about the fact of losing half my money if a marriage goes astray. Because if we're in an open marriage and you start getting dicked down by somebody and he's dicking you down better than me, you might stray. You might stray. This shit ain't working like it was working.
This
So hell
medieval
no.
fucking primal
That's
way
not
of looking at
medieval.
it. Yes, it is.
You
nigga.
think like that.
I mean,
You know you
if
thinking
get
like
dipped
that.
down, like if you're open relationships are far more complex than that.
Right,
bro. It's
right,
not,
right.
Like it goes beyond. This is why
It's
like
more
the shit
complex
that we
than what?
watch, Monogamy Explained.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we gonna get into that, but like to me, it's like understanding like these are all narratives that were prescribed, that were projected onto us, and we choose to either believe in them or not based on how long they've been out there. So this notion that like a woman will stray simply because a man is giving her better sex than you are,
Better
is
sex, more
antiquated.
emotionally.
Emotional, like, all right, that's a different thing though. You can't equate the two things.
But
you
you-
said if she's simply just, like he said, having a carnal experience and just fucking another nigga, why do you inherently believe that your money and your wealth is in
Jeff,
peril?
at risk.
Jeff,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is I'm not putting
Can I ask
that
that
option out there for you. It's not an option because I don't know what's gonna happen when you go out there in the world. So it's in an environment I can control if we're married and we're just fucking each other. Once you start dipping into other trees and getting into different circles, all types of shit can happen, bro.
Can I answer that question though?
Go ahead.
And they kind of touched on this in the Explained, right?
Yeah.
Is that scientifically it's proven that men are more carnal in nature, whereas women have more of an emotional attachment as it pertains to their I guess sexual relationships. So if you're saying that, why am I automatically essentially assuming that hey, because you're going to sex or you're having sex with someone else that it also
Science
applies
backs it up.
Exactly.
No, the
right?
science
And
does
you're-
not necessarily back it up.
We're just saying, generally speaking, women tend to need an emotional connection before they can have sex with you, whereas with men, science shows that
No,
it's
that's not a
necessarily
biological need though.
true. It's not, but I'm saying, generally speaking, right? Like these aren't absolutes. Obviously, they're examples to the contrary.
The nature behind it is the selectivity of like,
Correct.
I want the best, the very best possible.
You're supporting his point here, right?
What?
What if
Come
she
on,
wants
bring
the
it on.
very best
Bring it
sex?
on home, Jeff.
I'm not
Bring it on.
I'm not saying that it can't
Right.
happen.
And she found out, oh shit, it ain't you.
Let him cook.
Now you look at
I'm not
now you
saying that
see
it
it digging
can't
in.
happen. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm saying that to assume that it
Because
will
you wanna be
happen.
progressive.
And I'm saying that it will happen, but it doesn't happen. You somehow can have unemotional sex, but a woman is incapable of it.
Not incapable.
Jeff,
but
you know
less
why?
likely.
Less likely. Fuck out of
Like that
here.
answer.
The biology
Less
does not
likely.
back that up.
Less
That the
likely.
emotion is there.
Less likely.
We
to get
assume that
someone
women are making an emotional decision when they like, oh, I need to be with one person. No, it may not be an emotional decision. Maybe one based on resources, the viability of the partner. Like, why do we automatically assume women are making decisions purely of emotion? That narrative in and of itself
You're conflating
is
them.
a construct.
You're conflating the relationship component. I'm talking simply about getting to sex. I'm saying for men, We can get to sex literally.
Women don't need emotion to get to sex. They just need to feel like, hey, I'm getting the best partner.
Bro, they gotta be feeling.
We need a woman here.
They gotta be feeling.
science.
We need a woman here.
That's for the science.
The science does not
Why you
support
put the
that.
doctor in?
There's not a hormonal imbalance there or anything that
There are
suggests
different
that.
hormones.
It did not say that in the episode, bro.
Testosterone.
Okay.
Go watch
I'm gonna
Live
leave
Explain.
endorphins alone.
Don't leave the endorphins alone.
Jeff, you down for a open marriage, bro?
No, like I don't know how you took that from what I was saying.
I mean, it sounded like you. It sounded like you were considered.
Let's bring it back in.
No,
Let's bring it all the way back in.
Because I have a note here about double standards, right? And one of the questions I had was, well, why do you think Emmett in the long run no longer wanted it to be open, right? And is it because it was a two-way street? Do you feel like if she said, you know what, you fuck whoever you want, I know you're coming back home to me, you think he would have came back like, you know what, that doesn't work for me. I actually only want you. Or actually, did he only have an issue with the fact that she was fucking this one guy? Right? I want to know if that.
I mean, he did say he had an issue with it being one guy. Like, yo, why do you keep? Because he knew, because he's another nigga, that yo, you gonna keep cracking him. Eventually, you gonna want him over me. There's gonna be something there. And what happened in the show? She started cooking breakfast for him in her panties. Started waking up at the early nights to give him some sandwiches.
And they're going out for drinks.
Going out for drinks. She walking down the block with him, calling him like, yo, chill, I'm out with him.
She was
out with him.
To your point,
Yes.
to your point, and to Nick's point. To your point, Julio, and to Nick's point.
That's a whole nother level.
She came home after the first night of sleep with this man and says, "Oh, and he gets better head
And he
than you."
gets better head than you.
Which that's
We not starting an open relationship with the nigga you just violated me with talking about he gets better head than you.
Yeah, not to mention where's this disrespect coming from?
Why
are you into the crib and disrespecting me?
Because she wants you to know,
on
brother,
the
you
outside.
Because she felt
on the
disrespected.
clock.
Because she felt disrespected. That's what we talking about.
And that's what I said. And that's where to me it's like, yo, sometimes as a man, you gonna have to eat that. Like if you really
If
love
you was
a woman,
fucking up, I mean,
this reminds me of The Best Man. That's a movie I love, man. Like
I know about
watched
that.
it
I know about that.
recently. I watched it. It doesn't matter, but look at how he rationalized it.
Oh, no, bro, that was bad.
He is presumed to be like, you know, sort of like the jock type that's not like, you know, a deep thinker and able to be like even his own best friend doesn't think he's able to process that and accept it for what it was. And that's ultimately why he beat that nigga's ass. Cause like he's showing him like, yo, you thought I wasn't involved enough for you to be able to just tell me that this happened, but like you wrote a book about it and thought you could like literally float this shit above my head.
No.
Like you're not that smart, my nigga. So at the end of the day, like to me, like the evolved perspective is that like, yo, if you was doing dirt and your woman finds out and now she wants to do dirt, you don't have a right to be able to be like, hey, this is the line right here.
After the marriage,
It don't matter
so
if
after
it
we
was
come
before
together,
or after.
And they don't wait.
After we come together before God and say, yo, we're gonna stay with each other.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Do anything
Because
else.
ultimately
You're telling me I'm gonna violate that?
Because
Before
That's a
God.
violation.
Okay, when you can tell
before God.
You can't tell before God.
The marriage niggas do, yeah, exactly. How did you come clean
I
before
have no
God?
obligations before you.
How did you get married before God?
I have no obligation to tell you what I did before. Get the fuck out of here.
Why not?
Yo,
We're
Jeff,
not
You
married.
about to enter into a marriage that has some high level stipulations.
There's no-
Why don't you come clean?
Right.
Let's not
You
do
gonna
that.
hold married.
There's zero contractual relationship before marriage. When marriage hits, I need to tell you everything.
This is
That's how that
this is you
works.
and your
That's how
technicality
that
bullshit.
works.
This isn't law, bro.
No,
that's how that works.
relationship. And you try that shit with a woman, you're going to get fucking screwed over,
Brother.
bro.
Hey, man.
She's going to
It's
tell
all
you, say
la
la
vie.
vie cheap or I'm out.
Say la
Yeah,
vie.
bro.
So you show me what's
c'est
up.
la vie.
Because ultimately, that's the decision that we're all
You
going to
gonna
face
throw
with
jungle
as men.
or reap?
It's like, no, she's going to leave.
She is. But
What
see,
do you
I'm
think?
gonna take my wealth and move on.
Yo, bro.
That's what I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
do.
take jungle and put it on repeat.
Why are we like
The rule
does-
itself
does
is
sex
no-
have to be
let's-
intimate? Like we keep painting this picture that oh, women
They
goes out
don't.
there and has sex.
No.
I think Jeff also brought up the point
For
like
women, oh.
like why are we putting this label on women that oh sex is gonna lead them astray or they're going to get emotionally attached? Like we did say that.
No, we
Well,
did.
no, the mostly straight part.
The numbers prove it.
No, bro, no.
He said women were straight.
No, bro, no.
If you
You
didn't do that,
agreed. You you agreed because you
I
said
said
if
everybody
there
was
was
straight.
better sex.
I believe the numbers prove that.
But we're talking about this
that theory, yes.
What theory?
That's not
That-
supposed to be straight.
Okay,
If
physically.
women did like have sex with like random, not there's rare cases that women have sex with random niggas. That doesn't happen as often as
think it's-
that.
you think it's rare?
What do you think is rare?
That's a lot.
That's just
Yeah, you can't say something like that.
Oh, you don't think that's not what was shown in the
You say
contract?
you're wrong.
I cannot endorse that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get me on wax endorsing it. I see where you was trying to go with it, but you can clean it up.
Go ahead, OG. Go ahead.
No, the thing of it is like you brought up the example that you brought up. You see where she emotionally strayed by the sex. So if she was just randomly
But we
fucking
don't know.
like,
We don't know if it was by the
Oh.
sex. But go ahead.
if she was just randomly fucking like other dudes that she just okay, I met you, boom, I'ma fuck, just like
Which
I
is
tell
what
you,
Emmett's
fuck,
request.
I can
Emmett's
respect
request.
that.
However, if we,
He
if I
probably
give a
would
little
give a
spoiler, if I give a little spoiler alert,
Yeah.
towards the end of the
Season's
season,
over.
she pretty much she met up with Amon Shumpert. I don't know his name in the actual show,
I can't say that.
and she was already feeling him, literally behind Emmett's back. So to me, that was just another guy. It
So-
wasn't just Dante.
So here's the delineation that Nick is trying to make, or one of you are trying to make right now, is that Emmett wanted her to just fuck random niggas, right?
Do we though?
But hold on, but wait.
Do we?
She was fucking someone she's been
That's what
dealing
he
to for a
thought he
long
wanted.
time.
That's what he thought.
Hold on, but wait, she's been fucking someone she's been dealing to like for a long time. She knows that guy. They've had conversations. They've
That's
had interactions.
bad. I'm
The same
sorry.
thing with
And she
Shumpert.
chose that for a reason.
But the same thing with Shumpert though. She's in business with him.
You don't
They've
get a
had
license to
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
got to know him.
That's my point.
So if it's someone
She
random,
chose
not. Whoa, hold on. I did not know that. If you do not get a license to go back to one of your exes.
I don't know if it was.
If we're in an open relationship.
No, it's a dude she's dealing to, like
She was
legit,
dealing
like
to-
every other Tuesday she's bringing
Oh, no.
this 2-3 keys.
No, it can't be no nigga that you was friends with and
Jeff,
like, oh,
Jeff,
now
that's my
it's
point.
okay
That's-
that you.
that's
If you
what
want
we're
to
saying.
she put that stipulation. She put that stipulation.
You're not jacking that?
No, I'm not jacking that.
But she
And I'm
put
the
that
most
shit-
involved one in here right now with this shit.
Hold on.
I'm not jacking
Just-
that. You cannot fuck no nigga that you had already been plotting on or whatever. Like, you can be
Or that's been
strangers.
plotting on you. Because he already shot his shot. Like, yo,
The
let
niggas was
me know if
dropping
he
shit all the
fucking.
time.
I take care of you.
Yeah, nigga fucking
He's been
up.
trying to get to it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fucking up. That nigga ain't treating you good, is he?
Yeah.
You come on over here. And I
And she was looking at him, licking her lips.
Come over to death
Oh, you
row.
still
Like, come on.
You still let them do
If
you
you tell me
dirty
your
out here?
man cheating
And
on
she
you all
sitting
up
there
in the
shopping,
videos,
all
up in the video,
death row.
fucking up your friends at your
Sitting on the
job.
couch like it's fucking
Come over
Dr.
to
Phil,
death
telling
row.
him everything. Oh yeah,
I'm not
he's
jacking.
doing
I'm not jacking.
So on top of that, she put that stipulation on Emmett, saying like, you can't fuck somebody I know. Like,
She did say that.
She
Or
put that
someone
on
that
him.
you've been with.
Right.
Or that somebody
But when
who's
he
been with
tried that
already.
same thing, like, you can't just be fucking this one guy.
But you have
She was
to
like,
say
nah.
that.
As
You
long
have
as
to
it's
see-
not-
So, but I think
Julio.
you gotta call that open relationship a little immature. I don't think that's what
Yeah,
normal
exactly.
Not
open
a
relationships
That's a good
look
point.
like.
That's a good point. Julio.
You feel me? Like, cause theirs was just like, yo.
It was like Will and Jay.
It was out of
Theirs-
spite.
yeah,
It was
I
out
think
of
theirs
spite.
was
It
out
was
of
out of spite.
his was out of like, yo, I just want this relationship
And out of
to
guilt.
survive
Out of
and
guilt.
out of his guilt.
Yeah.
And hers was like, oh, I bet now I get to go do me, and I know I get to keep you.
But it's not-
how you felt. I wouldn't feel that.
Exactly.
And that's what she was
Exactly.
doing.
But
But you're not gonna grease me in my face and think I'm gonna just sit there and smile and like he took
wasn't
her
just
out on a
fucking
date.
random joints.
He thought everything was lit. Said, yo, we going home.
He did a lot. Cooked for
Cooked everything. She
He
said,
had
nah.
her working.
Dante
He
called.
had her working with the joint that he
Dante
was
called.
cheating on her with.
But no, you have to see that.
So you think about it.
The whole reason why it got into the open relationship is because he fucked somebody that was close to him. And so then you say you want to be in an open relationship, and the thing that triggered you to go towards that is exactly what she ended up doing. She went and started fucking with a dude that was close to her,
Right.
that she already knew.
Because if he started
After
cracking
she-
Shorty
after
again,
she-
she would have been
like,
tight. Like, nah, you can't crack her. She first of all, she's fire. Is way better than me. Like, you're not gonna split.
Like, you know her money.
That's a fact. Emmett before marriage, Tiff after.
Because she was
That's a
fucking
whole
and probably
fact.
cooking right after, and you
That's
know
a
she was
whole-
shaking and baking in that
That's a
kitchen.
whole fact. She was stacked in that boy.
You was my everything.
That was Lala. I made that.
Like Melo, what would you do?
But Melo was trying to do it
To
the
me,
right
it's
way.
just like to me what I feel like the writers are really trying to get across is it's a cautionary tale, yo. Like as a man, like you do your dirt, but like when if your woman finds out, like you may not, and if you really love her too,
That's
like
both
that's
ways. Don't
that's
say
where
as a
the
man you
real
do
conflict
your
is
dirt.
though, because like no, I'm saying, what do you mean? That's like we're being honest here. Like at least that's the narrative they're giving. You're right. There's a lot of women out there doing dirt, and They're just as bad. You're
Well,
absolutely right.
Remember we just
So let's be
discussed
fair with
PJ
that.
Washington the other day.
Yo.
He was trying to be a good guy.
He
was trying to be a good guy, and now he's out 200K a
let's
month.
pull over that.
Pull it off, PJ, man.
Hold your head, young
Hold your head, Woo.
Hold your head, Flo.
200K a month, man. You be alright, bro.
I'm not poor.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe.
Big Drake is. Hey, boy, shut up that show.
We gonna start a GoFundMe. We gotta support our
He
brothers.
was walking around like a sucker, he got licked.
200K a month.
Get the fuck out of
Wait,
here.
right?
Yo, Kev, you gotta do something about that, bro. The child support
seriously.
laws out here.
Word, bro.
Ridiculous. It's nasty.
Yo, we have an episode. We have an episode on that.
We do. Check it out.
Yo, Chappelle special. It says sign the waiver. Anyway, I want to go to this last question right here, just to really clear the air. What if we lived in a world? Would the world be a better place if we were just allowed to be in relationships, but just have sex with whoever we wanted? Just let's pull back all the bullshit. We're in a relationship. We're in a marriage. Call it what you want. You can fuck who you want. She can fuck who you want. All this social construct we have over cheating just didn't exist. Cheating didn't involve the carnal nature or the carnal action of sex. It was simply just sex. What if you were present? What if you communicated?
Oh, bro, I don't know about that.
What if we was in a world where that was our norm? Because let's be honest, right? And this is something
Like
I want to
the
speak about.
Dothraki?
Monopoly.
In Game of Thrones?
There you go. On Netflix,
maybe not that
I'm not going to
aggressive.
explain.
I could have been down with them.
They made the claim that we pretty much started this only in the last couple hundred years. Like prior to this, everyone was fucking everyone, right? There was no social construct in who you were allowed to fuck, and we kind of created this for ourselves, and all of a sudden now it's our new norm. I'm asking you guys, what if we pull back the norm and sex was exactly what it was? It wasn't considered cheating. It's simply just a carnal nature. However, both you and your partner can act in it. How would you feel? Would the world be a better place? That's an objective question.
Yes.
Not how you feel.
Obviously.
You think so?
Yes.
If you can fuck whatever you want?
You will be divorce rates will likely be down. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Like, I think you will be happier.
statistic. How many exist?
That's one that, I mean,
Yeah, that's one statistic.
Like if you're in a
single
marriage-
parent households would
Doesn't
be
matter.
less.
If you're in a marriage relationship, do you feel like the world would be a better place if sex was no
I
longer
think so.
considered cheating? If you just
There's
had
a
sex with
lot of
someone else,
households.
obviously spending time, spending resources and investing emotional time and is cheating. And we're not talking about that. I'm talking about simply just she looking fine, or vice versa,
I mean,
I'm trying to fuck it.
If it was no real consequences for that, I'm not gonna go home and get cracked in the head. Yeah, bro. Like,
So the world would be.
So the world would be a better place.
That'd be great.
But that would mean you'd be okay with your wife doing the same thing.
No.
yo, no. No, first of all, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm keeping it stacked.
So about it.
So if we sat down, we had a conversation, you're not gonna come back with no outside children. I ain't gotta do no DNA test, nothing like that. It's not blatantly gonna be on Front Street. I get to have my cake and eat it too.
And you
And we come to that
and
type.
you too and her
Yeah,
too.
yeah, you do. As long as it's not blatant in my face. No, because I know I'm gonna exercise this to the fullest of my ability. Like my balls are gonna be right.
You understood the assignment.
So you're not gonna show your head. You're not gonna. I hope she wants.
So X out here, let's get it.
He gonna be big like yo.
Let's get it,
She
yeah.
better be locked in there.
NYT, you already know, boy.
I'm knee deep this week. And that's it. It is what it is. I'm like, I'm not that dude. I'm not that dude that you could put me in the store and give me the shopping spree and say, yo, go nuts, whatever you could. Because I'm going to fit it all. I'm getting a TV, the Xbox, all of it. Like, it's going to be nuts, bro.
The 4K.
So at the end of the day, if you're cool, if you're cool with me,
TV, like,
if you're
safe.
as long as I'm safe,
Next time,
it's not
speed
in
it
your
up.
face. It's not like your girlfriend came. Yo, I see Nick with such and such head. As long as it's not like that, it's respectable,
You would be okay with it.
bro.
No, he said he'd be more than okay with it.
I know I'm gonna get
He
it.
said it would be a great place to be.
I know I'm gonna get it. Yo, first of all, Jeff is trying to get on the.
He said I love it. He said I love it here. He said I love it here.
Also, this is entertainment.
No, I would. He said I would love it here. I would love it there. That's what he
Back to this, man. Just to kind of bring this full circle, I'm gonna give y'all a Kanye quote real quick, where he said, and I think this was that Amber Rose album. I forget the name of the album. I want to say it's not.
Yeah.
Can't say it. But yeah. So he says, I'm sorry. And what was it? Deception is the only is the only felony, so never fuck nobody without telling me, like, yeah, I think that this would in fact be the ideal solution where everyone could just kind of accept that this is just that, it's just sex.
Yeah.
And emotionally, I don't really have any ties to what's going on outside of
But as niggas, we know that's not the case.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
We don't know that. But we don't have to.
We're
What you mean?
changing the scenario though. We're saying that this is the case.
Because if it's just sex, I'm not even saying there's an emotional attachment. At the end of the day, there's still a review going on, right? The girl's gonna let you know, yo, she came back to the crib. Yo, he's getting better head than you.
Is she gonna let you know?
So why? It's still just sex. It's not about, oh, I'm emotionally attached to him. She's just like, yo, his sex is better.
I think that's a
If
great
that comes
point.
home to you as a nigga, are you jacking that? Like,
Julio, I think
is
that's
your
a
ego
great
hurt? Your mid,
I think
your
that's a
ass.
great point. But Julio, aren't we
Yes.
aren't we
See,
ranking
if
them?
you come home and like, yo, the last 3 dudes I had,
But listen, aren't
you
we-
spanked it and you ain't doing it right.
But aren't we ranking and rating women on their quality of their sex too?
Correct.
Like how well do you give head?
looking confused.
Like
Yeah.
how good is this shit? Like how
He said
freaky
weed, this
is
is
it?
not a
Like
weed thing, this is
No, yes, you
know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
get ranked on
can
that.
I
And
throw
that we
you in
get
the
ranked
air?
on
Like,
that.
all
Yes.
these qualities
And that's also a part of the reason why people are prideful when it comes
But
to
if it's
sex.
a two-way
You're not gonna
street,
go and just
then
give it up and
his thing
then
still
come and tell
stands.
me, yo, shit was crazy over there. And now I gotta
So
sit
who
here and be
makes
like,
a
I
good
bet
point?
we gonna still have
Can
sex
we
tonight.
overcome our
Well, my
pride?
heart is so good. I say my
Julio doesn't
own
make a
endurance.
difference.
Hold on, Hardy. As civilized beings, Skull, can we
That's a bar.
can we overcome our pride?
Can I answer
Because our pride,
I like that.
it's our pride versus our
Maybe not-
biology.
maybe not men.
And Charlie has an answer.
Yo.
No, why not? See, that's where it's problematic.
It's,
Say men
it's,
can't,
it's,
but women
and I'm
can't.
gonna get into why,
Yeah.
because he's just speaking as, you know, part of the light skinned congregation.
Yeah.
He's on his Ben Simmons thing. And this is the Ben Simmons ideology right here. Get your ass in the gym and start shooting. If she say your head is whack, you need to step it up. Get in the gym.
No, that's
Get in the
it.
gym.
Hold
This
on.
is how
Wait,
boys
whoa,
can show.
whoa. Yo, let me
I'm trying to see
finish.
those
Let me
games.
finish.
I'm trying to be sensitive. No, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop being sensitive. Certain
true.
information that you
That's a
receive
fact.
is all about you on how you respond to it. Yes, you could respond negatively and say, "Oh, I'm upset," but that's a childish response.
Okay,
Do
I agree
something.
with that.
Do
Watch
something.
some Pornhub.
No.
Thank you, especially if this is your girl. This is your wife.
Okay, okay, right now. Okay,
Time out. Time out.
I got a response. Hold on. All right, go ahead. Throw off the glass for me.
Let me
Yeah.
piggyback.
Yeah, honest, I'm waiting. Go ahead, throw that shit.
Let me piggyback off of what my man said. This is why it furthermore speaks into what I'm saying, because I told you I'm gonna go nuts. So in me going nuts, I'm out here practicing. Okay, you come back and you
Don't
give me
attach this-
you
this
give me the dick, yo, you like, yo, his head game is way better than you.
Practice.
Okay, you know I got five in the rotation right now. Let me try some of these.
To me, it's like, why, but no, but the
See
point
what's
of bullshit, what Charlie's really getting is like, why are we even talking about that? Like, as a couple,
Okay.
because sex
That's
should be.
that was my
it's like
pivot question.
breathing. You know
What
I'm
if
saying?
she's
Like,
not coming to you? What if she didn't come to you with
Yeah,
the
I might
question?
fuck a couple joints.
What if
Like,
what if the
whatever,
nigga she
whatever.
fucked pulled up with it? Like,
You know what I'm
yo,
saying? I get
crack
that.
your
So I get where you
bitch,
getting at.
have her
That's not part of
soak
this-
it.
That's not part of this.
See, that's-
scheme.
No.
It's
This
not
is
part of
in
schematic.
an open
You have now
relationship.
broken
Wait,
that.
tell me, time out, because that Dante nigga was not a step away from violating Emmy. If Emmy could hear him on the phone, he was taking shots at it. So if the nigga you fucking in this open relationship is letting me know, not you, the girlfriend, letting me know, like, yo, I'm handling that. Like, she's clearly feeling me more. If that type of conversation now is going on, you told me put my pride to the side. Should I go and continue to practice?
No.
That's a violation.
She needs.
She know.
Or else I'm not staying in that situation.
Between me and him, we gonna correct that. Because he gotta understand.
Between me and him.
He gotta understand there's consequences.
Yeah.
Because when me and her got
Matter
going
of
on
fact,
a strike,
matter of fact,
between me and you,
Yeah, me and him just gonna have to square up.
don't worry about it. I'm
Right.
glad you did that. We'll see where you be next week.
No, bro, that's violation. At that point, it's not.
Yeah, like now you just disrespecting me. That's like you just call me a bitch on the street. Like
Yo.
you can step aside here and we can get a quick.
Yeah, he's gonna call you a bitch in the street because if he's fucking your girl as
You
well,
didn't have to call me.
if it's your girl, look, listen,
Well,
if I'm the
it's
single
girl, let me
nigga,
start
listen,
fucking
time
it.
out. If I'm the single nigga, I don't got a girl.
I can do that.
If I don't have a girl, you got the girl, and we both fucking the same girl, guess I'm gonna talk shit to you.
You got a mom?
Julio.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna get mine. You feel me? I'm gonna get mine, whether you like it or
If
not.
the nigga roll up on you like Cuddy from Dead Presidents and tells you that, yo, I'm fucking your bitch better than you fucking your bitch, it's violation. Like, at that point in time, the gloves is off, it's time for you to get stomped out.
Yeah.
Your relationship or whatever you guys are doing is now over. You're done. You come back around here and you go to you go to meet Jesus.
Oh, so whatever. Wait, so whatever he got with her is done.
Oh, it's done.
Come back to the rock.
Because the first thing I said in that situation, I said, yo, don't throw nothing in my face. If I'm not violating you, if none of my broads is pulling up on you at work when you coming out of
Why
work
does it even have to be that? Like,
Why is it a violation?
like why is it a violation?
for another dude to come and tell
not
me that
another
you-
guy, but if the girl's coming to say, look, I
don't care about
like this. I realize I like this. I like what Sam said. It has to be
That's
constructive.
constructive criticism. Yes.
Like, I want you to do this to me. Like, I need you to work on this so that we can have better sex
Yes,
together.
and I'm-
Those
Yes.
conversations should be had even outside of an open relationship.
But
Exactly.
what if it took you, right?
Healthy relationship.
Because you can be in a position
That's a fact.
where one of the persons is not really seasoned, got that experience. They don't know what they don't know. So what if they need to go out there and find out and then they realize, oh, by the way, I need this at home too. This happens away. I
I'm
need
let's
this at
finish.
home.
I'm let's finish. Xvideos.com.
Wow.
You feel me?
X videos?
Learn, bro.
Is that the
Learn,
same
bro.
rule?
X videos your thing?
Look, I'm not saying
It's
my
not
thing.
like-
I'm saying
you got
I'm
few
listing.
things,
I'm
man.
listing one
Telling you.
reference. I'm saying this. The internet exists.
Not
Yeah, okay.
So you
Yeah, not responsible.
You be like, yo,
Sam, I'm-
it don't look like that when I do it.
Sam, I'm
That's what I'm
It
saying.
don't look like that when she do it.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Learn.
think Skull's getting at something though. Like ultimately, the way that like as humans that we've constructed, like the way in which we review like sex and the way we analyze it, like it's problematic. Like and it plays into our issues of pride, which is what ultimately Julio was saying that like can we really overcome that? Like and
There's a whole
if we change the way in which we look at sex, then you know what I mean, it'll have a downstream impact and really like solve all of these other downstream issues as well too. Like if we understand that sex is really like just a biological function and not necessarily a choice that reflects like our value system per se. Yes, I think it would be beneficial to us as a society ultimately. But I think the important thing that I got from the episode though was that whatever system or code that we choose to abide by, it has to be reflective of whatever our system is, like whether it's capitalism, whether it's socialism, whatever it is, like the way in which our value system around sex and monogamy and relationships has to be adaptable to that. Like if you notice, they were specifically saying that when we were hunter-gatherers, it made sense for us to actually not be so caught up on monogamy because at the end of the day, you got more input from all of the males in the society as far as like rearing and
Taking
bringing
care of
up
the
kids.
child,
Yeah. Because nobody cared. It was like, yeah, it's not, I don't know if it's my kid, but it's like, it's our kids.
Yeah.
It's about our tribe. That mattered more in the hunter-gatherer system.
We need to bring that back
With
up.
the agricultural revolution, it became about, all right, well, I need to maintain my resources and pass my resources down on to my offspring. So
Yeah.
marriage
Now
was
that's
really
Western
more of
Hemisphere,
a...
please.
It's
Western Hemisphere, but marriage was really more
White
of a
Protestant-
social
white Protestant
contract
males and
between
property.
families than it was
It's
like,
okay when you say it.
sort of like a reflection
Fairy tale
of,
love.
Yeah, love and relationships
Feelings.
about the individual.
Feelings
It wasn't
change.
about the individual.
It is a
change.
Eurocentric construct.
Exactly. So Eurocentric contrast that's very recent. And to be honest, I'm not necessarily sold that like it's not the right way to go. I think ultimately as humans
'Cause we
we
live in
need
a
to have
Eurocentric
we need to
society.
have options and we need to be able to choose any of them and it not be like
So
an
you're
issue
okay.
or feel as though you're going against the norm.
So you're okay
I
with
think the
open
problem is
He's okay with it being
us
an
being
option.
forced with
Okay.
one particular option.
And I'm with Jeff.
I
on
think
that.
we should be able to choose. You can
And it's
be
more
monogamous,
I hate
you
the
can be
fact that
polyamorous, you can be whatever you want, and each of them have
And not
a
be
success
stigmatized.
path
Right.
at the end of it that ultimately results in a good life.
If someone is not practicing monogamy,
Yeah.
I don't want us
You need
as a
another
society
place.
to look at them a certain way, like, oh, like that's what you're on, or judge them based on the fact that they like to have sex with multiple partners. And I completely agree with that. I think we need to break that down.
Well, no,
Get rid of that.
I've seen families on social media where like the guy has 2 wives, they all live together, and they all raise their children together. They're all they're together.
That's
They understand the
another
situation.
level.
They're able to support each other financially, emotionally,
that's
like physically.
That's another
everything.
level.
But Kev, we need
And
to
it's like,
evolve
it's
our thinking
possible.
beyond that because, like, even the example that you gave is always like, oh, a guy that has 2 wives. There are women out there that have 2 husbands.
Well, yeah,
That have-
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm okay
and
with
they're
that.
taking care of those 2 husbands.
And-
Like,
taking care
it's
of-
not even just like, oh yeah, they're taking care of them, OG. Like,
Same time?
Same time?
Same time?
So women can't make the same amount of money as men?
What I'm saying, because I'm
Or can't provide the emotional capacity as men?
you gotta let me talk.
Brother Farrakhan. You gotta stop slicing
Yo, at the end of the day, I'm kind of with you.
Nah, that was more of a
I
nation.
wouldn't feel.
That's what
I
that
wouldn't
was.
feel any type of way, man, if I was in a situation like that, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get up. I don't have to go to work.
He said, I don't have to go to work.
All I gotta do is
Hey,
pick up
listen,
bills.
women, I hope
It's
y'all
like-
listening, man. Like, listen, men will happily
Wait,
play
I
that
am-
part
I
if
am
y'all
very
willing to pick up the
impressed.
tab,
We
yo.
gotta grab that
I think men of today are more open to these options that you speak
Absolutely,
of.
that's
I
what I'm
think we
saying.
are more open, and I don't
And
want to
we
make
should
this
be as human
women don't
beings.
do this, men do, but I definitely think, and I don't know if that's because of just how we've been brought up or how we were raised to go get it, like go figure out what it is, what's in this world for you. That's probably why we have this open-mindedness to various different relationships. But at the same time, there's a lot of women who may be open to it. We just don't know because of just how society has framed this. Like, yo, this ain't up to you to decide. Your man has to agree to this. Then you can venture into this realm of open, like monogamy and all of this. So, like, how many societies can a woman actually have two husbands? Like, where do you? Who brought up that option? Like, do you?
I was saying that.
Yeah, like, where is that even taking place? Like, I haven't.
I mean, maybe not legally.
It's not common.
That's the
Wait,
point. But that's what
legally
we're
you can't get it
arguing.
done legally?
I
Like,
mean, in
that's
America, you can't have you get married to.
No, not in America.
Two
Yeah.
wives legally either.
Where? What?
No, you can have contracts.
No, you can't
They-
legally have two wives. in
Tay
America.
watches the show. I watch it with her.
Wait, what-
One of them is married on paper, and the
Yeah,
others
the
are
others are,
just
yeah.
ceremonial married.
Ceremonial marriages.
But one of them is only married on paper.
And that's really that's what we're arguing for here. There's that, like, the laws and everything, the way our perceptions need to catch up to, like, honestly, just the reality of it, the biology of it. Like, yeah, like, and we're like the divorce rates are a reflection of that. Like,
34%.
just like so many people who are just like upset and angry and feeling like they've been slighted in some way, and it's like so many things, like deeper downstream issues, depression, like all these things, like this could have an impact on all of that. Like if we didn't feel like, yo,
We were obligated.
we were obligated to, or someone, choosing to have sex with someone else meant that they rejected you as a partner. Like, so many marriages and relationships end because of that. And even though emotionally those people still, may be still into it and willing to be together, it's like, no, you cheated.
We're
Like,
acting
the
against
rules,
our own
the
physical
rules
nature.
say, the rules of society say we have to split up. Like, as a man, I'm not a man if I stay
Like,
with
yeah, if I tell my friends I
You know
went
what I'm
back to
saying?
you because you
That's-
did this, it's like,
What you guys said earlier, and I think Shane and Kev said earlier, man, that goes back to just communication, bro. If you communicate and y'all on the same page with that, who the fuck cares? As long as y'all good with y'all
I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it with one thing. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna put us on the spot. Right? We're gonna go around, and then we're gonna end it on this. Let's say the world was the way how we described, right? Sex is not cheating. "Quote unquote" open relationships ain't open because that's just the way relationships work. We're in a relationship, right? There's a new world. What would be your one boundary with your partner when it came to open relationships? I'm gonna start with you, Julio. It is what it is. You're in an open relationship. What's your one
This
boundary?
man looks stressed.
He's like, you only get one? Julio's like, wait.
What's your boundaries? What's your boundaries? Go.
Julio's like, I'm
real
not
quick.
in that.
I'm like, one boundary. I'm like, damn, bro, like, she can't pull up to me with it, like
I think what he meant was, what's that top thing that was like,
But what's your boundaries?
Absolute no go.
Like,
Y'all can't do it.
like what's, yeah.
can't fuck that nigga raw.
Okay, that's fair.
Hey.
That's fair. You know what? For the listeners, before we go around, I'm the same way too. Can't be wrong.
Yo, Sko, you just.
No, I'm just
Sko's like, I like that one.
Yeah, no, that was mine too. Piggyback that like,
Yo, that was yours?
can't be wrong.
You know?
Can't be wrong.
Can't be wrong.
Can't be wrong. There's too much going on. You got shit you can't test for. I got Google.
Nigga, raw sex
It's
is
not Google.
Yo,
raw sex
the
is
HPV shit don't come with
100
it. You
times
can
way
be
more
clean.
lit.
Wait, you got that?
Relax. Relax.
Julio.
Practice relaxation.
Practice relaxation. Tuck that in. You don't gotta fuck the nigga raw.
Yeah, take,
Right.
Bring it in.
take an extra minute. Go
Yeah.
get the
Yo,
raw.
I'm gonna take either like,
I want y'all to think about it.
slimy.
Like, yo, your shit is sticky. Like, what's happening?
I want y'all to think about it. I want that 60-second buffer. Like,
you're not having
if I
raw
really
sex,
doing
though,
this-
doesn't even count.
Oh my god.
Not having raw sex doesn't even count.
if I slide you with a gun,
Just so y'all know what the generations start.
Do you have any boundaries?
Boundaries is family.
So it can't be family?
Oh my God, that's a good
Cannot
one.
be family.
Oh, I thought that was a given.
I thought that was a given, but that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
You never know.
Be surprised. Be surprised.
if her cousin
And that's unforgivable.
she throwing
If I was
at me,
forced to forgive something like that, that's no.
Because we know dudes that have taken down sisters. Let's not play.
That's true. Hey, I
So
like
you,
what you're
man.
thinking about. Hey, it's evolved man right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Congratulations.
allegedly we know people.
The boundary for me would be, yo, it couldn't be no train action. Like I couldn't take.
So multiple dudes at once.
No bukkake
No
shit
orgies?
going on. None of that. Couldn't be none of that.
As long as you ain't get trained out.
So,
Yo, bro.
wait,
Yo, y'all.
Bro.
Nah, listen, let's get into
Yeah, you can't be trained out.
I'm
I'm
not
not putting boundaries on.
That's fair.
You know, hopefully y'all go get tested beforehand. But be like, bro, I
No.
don't want to have sex if I can't have raw sex. Like that isn't even like.
And I think that's
You're
what
having
I'm
sex
saying.
with a
So,
woman in a relationship. You need to understand. All right, go ahead.
so everybody getting it going is the same thing. Like Nick just alluded to it. Julio said it. It's like I want us to be able to ride the ride with no seatbelt and still feel safe. So therefore, you can't have raw sex because then I'm having sex with this nigga too.
Right.
Nah.
No, I want something
I'm
unique.
not co-signing that lead.
I need something
I
unique.
get the sentiment.
That's where I'm at with it.
I
It's
get
just
the
like, yo,
sentiment of it, yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
do what you want to do, but like it's gonna like
Yo,
I want to make sure I'm safe too. You feel
I
me?
feel you, bro.
And I'm not
I
trying to
would
put
make
up
sure
If
I'm
you just do raw, add the probability, the
Like-
number of potential partners you're opened up to when
So,
you're
all right, you're taking on that same
man,
responsibility.
It's like
So when you go out here and start cracking joints, you're not cracking.
yes,
joints.
if that is our, if we and her come to the boundary that first off that this we're going into this round because it'll be hard as fuck for us to even get there. If we decide we're doing that, that we're there, yo, don't fuck no nigga, bro. That is out of question because like I just can't take that.
Can't you put it in her mouth?
Alright, go ahead.
Oh, see, this is why I said I had.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
Yeah, put
I
niggas on the
got.
hot seat.
You know what?
Put niggas on the hot seat.
Time out. Run that back. Run that back. Yo, she can fuck raw. You just can't.
Go ahead. That was a fire question, bro. That was a fire question.
No
because
neck.
I didn't even think about that.
No
That's
neck ain't-
another
Is that
level.
not wrong? Is that not
Certainly.
wrong?
No, that's another level of intimacy.
No,
we're talking
yeah,
about,
yeah.
bro.
oral sex?
No,
No
yes,
oral,
like-
and he most certainly
Well,
cannot orgasm on you.
can you?
If he comes for
What's
it,
wrong?
if
If we get real gritty with this,
There's so many levels. There's so many levels.
Can you?
yeah, it's so many.
You can fuck raw, but you can't fuck raw.
You only get one.
if he nut on your face,
He strapped that
that's your bitch now, my guy.
See, that's that primal male
That's your
shit
bitch.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yo,
I
you don't
guess
belong
on the
to me.
street,
You're
like,
gonna
yeah.
drop off in the Amazon Prime. Yo, here's some
You gonna take a
bounties.
picture too and send it to him? I'm like Amazon.
Be like, yo, bro,
Hey,
return
your package
package.
arrived. It's arrived.
Real
Go ahead, Kevin. It's on you. It's on you.
Wait,
Boundary.
on me?
It's on you. It's
You
you.
you cannot, absolutely not have kids by anybody else but me.
Oh, so she can fuck raw. She's got to be responsible. Birth
She can
control.
take, she can.
I don't get, yo.
That's
She can
fair.
suck
So you
dick.
basically co-signing them.
She can suck
But she
dick.
can have raw sex.
It falls
Take anal.
it falls on me, umbrella. I don't want you to have raw sex, but my biggest thing is like,
Don't get pregnant.
if you accidentally do, like, say they're drunk one night and it happens, do
Right.
not, absolutely do not have kids by somebody else.
So you-
That's what I'm at.
so
You can have raw sex
so
if I
can
know
you have
100% safe you're not gonna get pregnant.
Yeah.
But that's not likely, so therefore no raw sex.
Yeah, so that's what you said. You have an abortion mandate.
Wherever she chooses to do
Oh,
it.
Be careful. Texas, Mississippi,
Texas.
all the
Can't
places.
date no chicks from Texas.
Well, that's what Kevin's saying.
What I'm saying
Listen,
is,
you can have raw sex, but if you get pregnant, get rid of it.
Hove is on you.
Oh
That's
my
what
God.
Kev just said.
hold up, all I'm saying is don't have kids by somebody else.
Close us out, Hove. What you got?
Alright. a single parent.
Alright. I'm gonna keep it real simple. I said it earlier. Like I was completely on the evolved side, you know, feminists, all that, you know, the cleanup. Y'all know how I do.
Feminism is good.
Ever since episode I'm the master of the cleanup. If y'all
Episode X
don't know.
coming soon.
Yeah, no. Okay, Kev, we'll talk about that. That episode has never seen the light of day. But you cannot fuck with any of your exes. Nobody from your past. Like, I'm not accepting that at all. Like, all of the emotional implications that come with that, like, the baggage, whatever. Now I'm wondering, like, was you always thinking about that? Did you always want this out? Like, and now I just feel inclined to go to my exes. And, like, you don't want me to do that. So, yeah, no exes, no niggas that you was friends with, that you friend zoned.
Say you don't want me to do that.
So real quick,
let me remove some of the personal animus from that.
I like what you were saying, bro.
Yeah, bro.
real quick, do you want her to communicate, like, do you want, not a list, but you know what I mean, like, do you want that open communication and like, yo, I was fucking with this nigga, blah blah blah.
I don't want to know shit.
Yeah,
I
Just to make sure, I guess.
prefer
That's
not to
the
know.
next.
I typically prefer not to know, but some women like feel like it, brings you closer to like share shit like that.
But
So-
how would you know it's on the next though, if she's not communicating that?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I mean, obviously, in all of these situations, there's some sort of trust factor. there.
Okay.
So I'm trusting that you're not fucking with an ex, but like, I'm also assuming that I would know, like, if it's an actual, you know what I mean? Like I said, those conversations come up. So if it's an official ex, yeah. If it's a nigga that you fucked one time or whatever, or some nigga that you thought was cute or something like that, that's still a no-go, but like, I'm sure there's a little bit more wiggle room there. Like, I'm not necessarily gonna know, I'm not gonna be able to press you like that, but documented exes is an absolute no-go.
All right.
Absolute.
Well, I definitely appreciate the opinions of the brothers. Moral of the story is, shit, if you're gonna be open, make sure you go all out. Like your boy said, because I'm going all out.
Don't be hypocrite.
Brother.
Yeah, get yours,
in the building. As soon as I step on the court,
Third.
I'm in ring. I'm in ring.
If you get a hall pass, fellas, if you get a hall pass, use that shit.
Use that shit.
But just realize,
Go to the cafeteria, go outside,
Get a cookie.
You know what I'm saying? Call somebody. Like, go visit your man while he's in his class. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to the library, say what's up to a couple joints.
Crinkled up.
Do whatever you gotta do before you go back
all
to
I'm saying
class.
is just realize,
Because when you go back to class,
Yo,
it's over.
we appreciate you to listen to another edition of the Whose Mans Is This podcast. You can follow us at WMIT Podcast.
66666.
And we'll see you next time.
I'm chasing my dreams, I'm testing my luck, it's about to take off. You coming to what? You coming to what? You fuck with my money, I'm fucking you up. Cause I'm young and I'm black and I don't give a fuck. Young Desi, young Dawn, we run this shit up.
Run it up, 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 run it up. You making some money, then run it up. You about to go shopping and run it up. You popping some bottles and run it up. My bank account on the up and up.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Whose Mans Is This? This podcast is brought to you by 6 School Brothers, Jeff, Julian, Kev, Nick, Shane, and Sam. Intro music by Jacques Lane, outro music by Berlin.